Hello everybody and welcome back to the Beaver House. I am as always your excellent and efficacious hostess, Chip. And joined with me today is nobody, because nobody showed up. Screw them. But don't screw them, they're nice people. Unless they want to be screwed, that's alright. Hey there Immortal Z-Man, how you doing? We're going to be playing some Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction right now. This right here, this is actually my first ever Ratchet game. You know, I said that Robots was. I did play that one first, but it's not really a Ratchet game, let's be real. My TV's turned off, so I can't see the game right now. Mr. Artaka, this is true Pog. This is, indeed, the Poggest of the Poggers. So yes, we'll be creating a new saved game. Actually, you know what? Let's just overwrite this one. Of course, I just made that one today. Cool. You know, something I didn't realise is that this PS3, this isn't the original PS3 that I played this on, this is like a replacement I got years later. I didn't realise it backs up my save data to the cloud and like re-downloaded it, so I've still got my 2014 save data on this thing.
Horizontal stabilizers. Check.
So I gotta love how this is a pre-rendered cutscene that has frame rate issues. Gotta love that. I forgot to turn on subtitles. Darn. When my dad had his first PS3, he snagged a bunch of demos. Ah, cool, cool. I didn't know about game demos for a long time, so I never really got into them until like the PS4 Switch generation. But they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. When you got a good demo, it makes you want to buy the game. And if the demo's free, then, you know, there's no reason to not try it out. So it's a good idea. More games should have demos. Stratak says, so I played this, Mega Man 9, and Armored Core 4. Neato, neato. Now, yeah, so this is the first of the PS3 Ratchet games, which is where they started to take the series in a more, shall we say, cinematic direction. I mean, I'm sure you can tell from this opening cutscene, it's very bombastic and flashy and big action, whimsical stuff going on. That continues. They never really stop doing that, but this is where it starts. I think it should be said, before we, get too deep into this game, that James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Ratchet, has, let's say, fallen into some unfavourable positions lately. He's made an account on a website called Parler, which is, like, known as a far-right group website, and he's been posting some stuff on there that is kind of like, it's a little bit racist. So it's just a smidge racist. Not a good look. Not a good look. So, yeah, voice actor bad, but the game good, is what I'm saying. Got these little fishy things, squishy fishy things. You can bop on them. You can just bop them on the head. That's pretty neat. So in this game, you can choose to use the more like lock strafe controls that Ratchet Gladiator had, but I prefer the more standard controls where you hold a button to strafe. Oh yeah, the boxes have physics now, so they can they can fall and stuff. They can fall. They have physics. That's what I'm saying. I played this game many times over the years, because it's great. And also it was like, this was one of my first PS3 games, so I didn't have many PS3 games for a while, so I just played this one over and over. It has, the built-in New Game Plus mode, which to me was a brand new thing. I hadn't seen a game that had that before. So I was enamored by that. I just went through that over and over. I don't think I ever even 100%'d that. I just went through New Game Plus over and over and just incidentally got more stuff. It wasn't like a deliberate thing. I'm still very new to the concept of achievements too. And I believe this game has achievements. I think. It's not going to shut up if I don't use the quick select menu, so I'm just going to do that now. You know, as in most Ratchet games, you start off with a gun, you start off with a bomb. It's normal stuff, you know? Normal stuff. Now you might be wondering why are these guys so intent on catching Ratchet all of a sudden, even though Captain Quark was the one in trouble earlier. That is a good question, I've forgotten. I may have played this game 1,000 times, but I don't remember the story. I guess we'll find out soon. I think it has something to do with the bad guy, Emperor Tachyon. I think he's a bit of a racist, if you know what I'm saying. He hates Lombaxes. Mr. Attack. Oh god, I wasn't paying attention to the screen. Mr. Attack says, I think my first full PS3 game was the God of War collection. Oh, neat, neat. I have that now, eventually. At some point, I got it, I think during a sale or something. I haven't played them yet, but I am looking forward to doing so. Those will be fun games to play. Nice hacky slashy nonsense. I keep forgetting I can be using R1 to shoot. That feels wrong. Was that ever an option in the old games? I don't think it was. It feels wrong to do so. So I'm just going to stick to circle. Yeah. Let's see. Immortal Z-Man says, should I mention the VA for Axel from Kingdom Hearts is also a piece of shit? And the English one specifically. Dang, whomst is that? Do you know the name? So we know who to avoid? You know, it really is a shame when you know, voice actors turn out to be shitty people, because, you know, people look up to them, you know? They play characters that everyone likes, and it turns out that they're not like those characters. It sucks.
Hello?
Oh, hello. How are you doing?
Do I sound alright?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, cool.
Everybody in chat, can you hear Win? Hi there, how you doing?
Hey, doing alright.
That's good.
Maybe this is a dumb question. How do I see the thing?
Because my internet isn't very good, I can only do like the normal Twitch stream.
Oh.
So if you just watch that, the delay's pretty small, to be honest. It's like 5, maybe 10 seconds. I'm playing the Big Bang game. Lots of explosions. Explosions that do tank the frame rate at times, because, yeah, this game is not very stable. It tries to hit 60 FPS most of the time, and, you know, it does a pretty good job. Yeah, it's just not at all consistent about that.
The more nanotech you have, the more damage you can take.
Oops. See, Mr. Otaka says Sora's VC though, voice character VC. I think you mean VA. Is a very good boy. Oh, good, good. So, Win, do you have much experience with the Ratchet and Clank series?
I do not.
Okay.
Gosh, what is... Sorry, I'm experiencing some technical difficulties over at my end. Give me just a second.
Sure, no worries. Shock says there are ads here. Yeah, that's a Twitch thing. Yeah, I don't know how the Twitch ads work. I don't know if they like go over the video or what. If they're too annoying, let me know. I think I can turn them off somewhere. But yeah, so this game, it's a lot more linear than previous Ratchet games. To be fair, they've been getting more linear just sort of as they go. So it's not exactly a new thing for them to be more streamlined and straightforward. It's definitely something that increases over time as you go through them. It does let them do more, you know, epic set pieces and cool story beats though, so yeah, it's not a total loss.
I don't know. I'm kind of winging it right now.
Oh yeah, something else you'll notice about these, you know, more story-focused versions of the characters is they never shut up. They just keep talking forever.
Your weapon has upgraded. Weapons upgrade automatically as they are used. This increases their damage and adds new modifications.
Oh, they should have used the bomb here. That would have been more useful. It's been a while, so I don't really know what's which weapons are the good ones in each situation. Okay, you back? Oh, here we go. We got some forced motion control gimmicks now.
How'd you invade during rush hour?
I think you might be able to turn this stuff off in the settings menu, but you know, it's fun to mess around with. It's just skydiving. There's nothing to do in this situation. And now we're in a cutscene, I believe. Caper Shock says, I'm DMing for the first time ever. Ooh, neat. I have a mighty respect for anyone who can do that. Takes a lot of skills and such. I wonder why Captain Quark is revered as a hero in this situation. Because, like, he hasn't been a good guy in years. In the very first game, he was outed as a fraud, so I'm wondering, like, how did he claw his way back up to stardom? Must have taken a lot of PR. Man, these trains are just screwed. Clank's a toaster, yes. That's what they see him as. That's all he is to them. Just a toaster with eyeballs. Has Clank's voice actor changed? I don't think so. I think it's the same guy who did him in the PS2 games. They generally keep all the actors the same throughout these games. Like, Ratchet's been the same since Ratchet 2. Quark has been the same since the first game, I believe. Like, they even kept their roles in the movie. And here's the entrance of Liam's favourite character. Emperor Tachyon. Emperor Percival Tachyon, specifically. Him so small. James Arnold Taylor's best voice actor. Well, I mean, he does a good voice, but as we discussed earlier, not a great guy in real life. Bring Mikey Kelly back, that's all I'm saying.
Not that a treacherous furball like you could... What's this?
Why not? He's a bit of a racist fellow, as it turns out. This is quite a recent development, so I don't blame you for not having heard of it.
I'd be careful if I were
But
you.
yeah,
He's
he's
got
been going
trouble
online,
with
making
flashbacks
some fairly racist-y statements, retweeting some stuff. Not retweeting, whatever the equivalent is on Parler, which is like an alternative Twitter
Fair enough.
for far-right people.
Here you go.
Yeah, it's like, it's a lot of little things that just add up over time, and it's like, take a hint and apologize, guy, but he doesn't, and so it's like one of those situations where he hasn't done anything big himself, but it's like, he just refuses to realize what he's doing wrong, or, you know,
Hang on, Clank.
he refuses to make right what he's doing wrong, I think is probably a better way of putting it.
Cryosleep? No. There's no way I'm gonna...
It is fortunate cryosleep does not work on robots.
Okay, I like that. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. This game can be funny, sometimes. It's not funny when it's trying to make Percival Tachyon seem like a goof, because, I mean, he just is a goof. Oh boy, here we go, get into Clank's epic backstory. Oh dear. The Zoni. Oh, funny how, like, you know, the creators of the universe or whatever are called Zoni.
Got knocked out.
Real sly of you, Sony Computer Entertainment.
Where are we?
Beats me. Ship must have run out of fuel while on autopilot. Come on. We need to find another ship and get back to Kerwan.
So yeah, this game does a lot to sort of kind of retcon. I mean, yeah, it retcons a lot of like Clank's stuff, and just sort of expands on Ratchet's stuff in ways that don't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, like, I'm just gonna get into it. In this game, they try and sort of prop up Ratchet as the last Lombax, like that's a big thing, even though, you know, we saw another Lombax in Ratchet 2, and it wasn't a big deal. But I guess they just forgot. And like, yeah, okay, whatever, it's fine, like all the Lombaxes disappeared, Ratchet's the only one, fine, whatever, okay, that's cool, that's fine. But then they also make they also make Clank this really important guy. He's like the keeper of the great clock or whatever, which means he presides over the time stream. And it's like, well, no. In the first game, he was just a defective robot. That's all the explanation you needed. So it's kind of weird that, you know, that this presider of the time stream, whatever, guardian guy, just happens to meet the last Lombax, and they go on wacky adventures together, and it's like, it feels like a way to artificially increase the drama of this game and following games' stories, which just sort of undermines the more natural progression of the previous games. Alistair's Lombax though, and now new female one. Yeah. So yeah, like there is another Lombax that we meet in the follow-up to this game, Crack in Time, and that's where we also get like all the details about Clank's backstory. He's called Alistair or something. And yeah, he's another Lombax, but like his whole deal is that he's never met another Lombax, and finally he meets Ratchet and he's like, we are the last Lombaxes. We can repopulate the species. No, his whole thing is like creating a portal to another dimension so they can pull Lombaxes out of there and be like, yay, family. And then yeah, in Rift Apart they got like an alternate dimension Ratchet, it seems, who is girl and is cool. She's got a cool design. Interested to see what's up with that. But of course we'll have to wait for that game to come out in next year. They haven't said exactly when it's coming out, just sort of a general next year. Oh, we'll switch to the bombs for this. There we go. That'll do it. Bombs for bugs.
Did you like grow up playing this series, or is this something you just recently decided to go back?
So I grew up playing this game specifically. Like I got this the same time I got a PS3 and played this game a lot as a kid. But then like all the rest of the games I've only just got into in the last couple of years.
Audio quality has taken a dip or not. My computer is just being the worst right now, so I'm on my phone.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you sound a little muddier, but like not unbearably so. Let's see, Capershark says, you gonna stream Rift Apart? Not when it comes out, because I won't have a PS5 then, and also I'll be in China. But like when I get back from there, maybe. That is a fair point. I wonder how I'm gonna work streaming when I'm out there. Like the internet situation, I can deal with that, but like I won't be able to take my computer, you know. Just bring my laptop. Don't know if that's any good for streaming.
So you're going to China?
Yeah, I'm gonna be teaching English there.
Whoa, how'd that happen?
Basically, I was applying for jobs left and right, and they were the first one to get back to me. So yeah, I'm doing the training for that now, and I'll probably be flying out there around February time.
The Comet Strike is an effective way to reach distant enemies and bolts. Simply crouch, then press square to throw your wrench.
Can you speak any Chinese language? I can speak like a tiny bit now because I've been learning it. But by the time I get out there, I'll be able to get by, you know. But for now, I can say like 我是 Chip, meaning I am Chip. It's a difficult language in many ways, but also an easy one. Like the grammar structure, very similar to English, so that's easy enough. But like every word has tonality to it, so like war is not the same as war. They mean different things in different contexts. So yeah, you got to be careful of like how you say a word just as much as if you're saying the right word. Yeah, wish I picked up the jackpot power up before smashing all those crates. Could have got like, you know, double the bolts. That'd have been neat. Oh well. Boss time. Got one of these leviathans. He's just become like a regular enemy later in the game, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you get a bunch of raritanium from him. Yeah, look at all that.
You have collected a Leviathan soul. These are valuable in the Polaris galaxy and can be traded for bolts.
Yeah, raritanium, like, you know, despite its name, isn't that rare in in this game? You collect quite a bit of it, and use it to upgrade your weapons with, which is always neat. Oh yeah, they really expanded the weapon upgrade system over, like, Ratchet 3. Alright. Kabalia Spaceport. Oh, it's him, the cowboy.
Attention, citizens of Kabalia. The Imperial Defense Force.
Welcome to Grillnet's Weapon Shop.
Here we go. Actually, let's... Can we get plasma beasts? Is that good? That sounds bad. Tornado launcher. Oh, that's the one that you operate with the gyro.
For a little raritanium, we can modify your puny weapon into a force to be reckoned with.
Let's see.
Today we're running a special.
Yeah, let's just get
For
more.
every upgrade you purchase, we'll unlock a new one.
There we go. My word, I don't know if you can hear that, but the hard drive is like buzzing every single time I move anything in a menu. It's like loading every JPEG and every model individually. Something that I was surprised to see when I first booted this game up earlier today is that it has like a mandatory install. Which is weird, because it's a very early PS3 game. I didn't think they started doing that till later. And also I completely forgot that from when I played as a kid. I guess it only happens once, so I never really saw it much. But yeah, that's a thing. It installs a bunch of data to your hard drive.
Today is Tachyon Appreciation Day. You must show your devotion to our leader by mailing at the nearest Tachyon
The very idea of like mandatory installs like that is still weird to me.
Yeah. Also, you're quite quiet. I'm gonna turn you up.
It's long. Trying so hard. Everything's falling apart.
It's okay, it's okay. There we go, just boost you up. Okay, try talking now.
Awesome.
Okay. There we go.
Thing.
Okay, you should be good now.
Attention, citizens of Kabalia.
Oh
Never
boy,
forget
looks
the
like the stream
horrors
froze on my end.
caused by the Lombax
I hope
spaceship.
that's not the case
We
for
do not
everyone.
allow even one of these dreadful creatures to survive.
The stream shall be for everyone or just me? Question mark. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. Immortal Z-Man started redrawing some pages for his comic. Neat. I don't know you're working on a comic, Z-Man.
Don't you lay this on
Stream
me.
Spider-Man. Okay, I guess it was just me.
You sweat. You were supposed to watch the jailgate.
Blame the parrot. Always blame the parrot. Is everything all right, sir?
Imperial spies! Hide their bodies!
Oh.
Well, excuse my friend.
I keep forgetting to turn subtitles on. I will do that after this cutscene, I promise.
Hunted and persecuted wherever we go. It seems the Imperials have shut down the planet's gelatonium plant. They must be, looking for someone.
Well, we're kind of stranded ourselves. Our ship crashed back there and...
Aw, calm down, sell their kidneys. Stranded, Well, I'll tell you what, pal, we're gonna make you a deal. You get the gel pumps working and we'll, procure a vessel for you. Here, you'll need this gelinator.
So yeah, this cowboy fella, he just like... He's kind of the replacement for other characters who we might have in the game, like, you know, level-specific, planet-specific characters. They kind of do away with those for the most part and just replace them with the smuggler, which, you know, a little disappointing. See, Z-Man says I started drawing it months before I moved. Looking at the pages now, I don't like them, so I started redoing them. Okay, that's fair. Don't get stuck in the trap of just like endlessly redoing it though. It is easy to do that, and it's better to get it done than to get it perfect, you know? The perfect is the enemy of the good, as they say. Oh yeah, these things, they like, they munch on your jelly and turn it to nothing. That's what they do. Oh, which way to go? So many options. I think this way goes to a secret. Scrap to spare says, so I finally received the parts I ordered, not the mask though. Now I realise why Lemon Master is not 100% green. 100% matte green. I just did that to my mock and it looks weird. Oh, like you made all the parts matte green? Yeah, that does sound weird. Yep, I just fell. That's not good. It's weird how some of the goo you can stand on. Oop. And some of it you can't. Cape Shark says, playing Ratchet and Clank 1 on my PS3 I brought back to uni. Ah, neat. You know what, I did the same actually. When I went to uni I brought my PS3 with me, and yeah, that was around the time I got the Ratchet and Clank HD collection, so yeah. I did that too. Ah, here we go. Boxes full of Raritanium. Give me that, give me that, give me that. I think I got all the stuff down there. Yes. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty chill stream. It's just me and Win here. Not worrying about making it too manic, too crazy. That's fine. Every Ratchet game has one of these, you know, gimmick levels where you got to use like a hydro displacer or a electrical charge mover, or the what was it called? The thermal thing where you could freeze water and unfreeze it, melt it. Yeah. I think it's safe to say that by this point in the series it had become pretty formulaic. Like, you know, you got the hallmarks of every game. Where in Bionicle would you most like to live? Where in the Bionicle universe? I mean, a peaceful reformed Spherus Magnus pretty good, although it does have a couple Eldritch Abominations running around. But then what part of the Bionicle universe doesn't? I guess that's a bit of a boring answer. Like, yeah, if I had to pick like somewhere in the Matoran universe, maybe. I mean, yeah, Artaka's a pretty good place. I see you saying that, Z-Man. Indeed. Everything's great, everyone's got a job, and you never see your boss. You make it sound so easy. But the boss in question is spoopy. Nah, he's not spoopy. He's fine. Artaka's a swell dude, he's just not very sociable. I think we can relate. Artaka really is just one of those mockists who sits in his room all day and never socializes. But that's his job. That's his job. I'm not sure if I like the way they redesigned the TNT crates in this game. Oh, they bounce. Oh, maybe that's just the physics bugging out. It's probably just the physics. I don't think they do a little Crash Bandicoot bounce. At least not naturally. Oh, I was thinking of the spoopy guy who made the Ignica mask to mutilate Matoran. Oh, Kazani. Yeah, Artaka's brother. Quote-unquote brother. Yeah, he's spoopy. Hard to make friends with him, that's for sure.
So, what you been up to lately, Chip? I feel like I haven't talked to you in like a while.
Yeah, no, it has been a while, hasn't it? I mean, yeah, apart from getting this job in China, I've been like volunteering at the local charity shop, still been drawing, you know, I do that all the time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, things have been fine, really. Lockdown has not
Good.
affected me that much.
It's good to hear.
How about you?
Things are going all right. Yeah. I started a new job in June,
Yeah,
and it's been going well.
that's good.
Oh, and I'm gonna have my name legally changed very soon.
Ooh,
So
nice.
that's exciting.
Nice.
Yep. It's an arduous process.
Yeah, so I hear.
And like a lot of the laws around it, at least where I live, clearly have not been modified since like I don't know, the 1800s or something.
Yeah.
Like it's part of the requirement that I have to post a notice in my county courthouse saying that I plan to change my name,
Wow.
which feels like it must be from like, you know, back in the day when like people would actually be like drifting through and like looking at notices posted on billboards and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the local courthouse.
I think Josie was saying that, like, you know, at least in her state, I don't know if this is like a nationwide thing. You have to like have your chosen name published in like a newspaper or something.
That's not the case where I am. I've heard of that requirement for similar things though,
Right.
where I live.
I suppose one good thing about when I move to China is that I'll have to pick a Chinese name that I can use colloquially, and that can be whatever I like. So.
Yeah. So is it going to be like long term that you're going to be there, or is it for a set period of time?
So it's a 1 year contract, but then you know there's opportunities
Right,
to
okay.
extend that.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't see myself doing it for like 5 years, but you know maybe. I mean, I might like it so much I want to stay.
Yeah.
Kipshock says, "What will you change your name to?" I'm still picking like a Chinese name. There's lots of resources online on like how to pick a good one that you know doesn't just sound like a whatever the Chinese equivalent to a weeb is. Like I know a lot of celebrities when they go over there they basically just pick Chinese characters that sound like their like actual name, and that's a no-no. Like you want to avoid that unless you're already a big name.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually it'll end up meaning something unfavorable. He meant you actually.
Oh. I'm legally changing my name to the name that I have been going by for a while now, which is Win.
Yeah. Which is a
Yeah.
very nice name.
Thank you. I actually had someone at the checkout at a store recently to compliment my name, which was nice and felt odd.
Neat.
Now, I can take y'all as far as Stratus City. How'd that be?
Oh, thank you, Caper Shock.
Neat. Yeah, I'm still thinking about like changing my English name. Still wondering like what to change it to. I mean, maybe Chip. It could be like short for Charlie, but like Charlie short for Charlotte. So it's like a double
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that could work.
I like Charlotte. That's a nice name.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, when I picked mine, I wasn't certain at first. I like tried it out a little bit, and then I wasn't certain if I wanted to legally change it for a while. But I reached a point where I was like,
So the
I had
Polaris
stopped
guys.
thinking about it being a new name or being different in any way. It was just what I thought of as my name. It's like I should probably go ahead and just get that changed
Yeah,
at this point.
that's fair.
They.
Are you kidding me? The Lombaxes vaporized the whole lot of them years ago, left the Cragmite planet nothing but an empty hunk of dirt.
But all hail the Lombaxes, saviors of the universe.
Attention transport vessel.
So yeah, I've never played any of the Ratchet and Clank games. I don't really know anything about them. It's one of those series I've kind of meant to check out at some point and just haven't ever really gotten around to it.
Okay.
Like, are they good overall? Is it one of those things where like the first few were good and then the rest of them are not great?
I mean, depending on who you ask, both of those. Like, I definitely think that the first few are the strongest, like the ones on PS2. But like, it's not like the PS3 games are bad or anything. It's just the story takes a bit of a nosedive, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
The good news is that, I mean, you can just jump straight into like the PS3 games with no prior context, because they very rarely reference previous games.
Yeah, I didn't ever get the impression that it was exactly a series where continuity was heavily important.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, this is also the game that introduced the Groovatron, which is just one of those gimmick weapons that makes the enemies dance.
I don't know if you're looking at the chat. A couple interesting questions here. I don't know anything about the Ratchet and Clank movie. I don't know if you have seen it, Chip. Someone's asking if it would have worked better as a TV series.
Maybe it would work better as a TV series. It definitely did not work as a movie. I've seen it twice and basically forgotten the plot, even though it's more or less just the plot of the first game. It's not very well told at all.
Gotcha.
Because the thing about the early Ratchet games is that they were much drier. Like they were more comedic, more satirical, and they weren't as whimsical and movie-like, I guess. The later games, like starting with this one, pretty much were a lot more like big blockbuster Hollywood movies. But trying to sort of shove the Ratchet 1 story into that mold doesn't work. And that's where they went wrong with the movie, which also had its own tie-in game.
So wait, was the story of the tie-in game? Oh, it was the same as the movie, right?
Yes, which was more or less the same as the first game.
Yeah, that's the part that I didn't know. That seems... So is the game kind of like a remake of the first one, or is it...
Kind of. So like, a couple of the levels are directly lifted from the first game, but most of them are more based on the movie, which takes a more sort of broad strokes look to it. Oh, that enemy just fell off. Okay. Yeah, it's more based on the movie, but a few of the levels are directly ripped from the PS1 game and just like touched up with PS2 game, and just touched up with prettier graphics.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a semi-remake, but more so it's a tie-in to the movie. think if anyone here wants like a really good explanation of like what went wrong with the game and movie, check out what's his name? The Gaming Brit on YouTube. He did a great analysis of like the whole Ratchet 2016 kerfuffle and how that went down.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people in the audience have seen it. It blew up, that video.
Gotcha. Well, I may check it out.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I think he does a pretty good job of like introducing you to like the context that you need to understand what what decisions went right and wrong.
Stand under the zip line
Mhm.
and press the jump button to use it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Kipshock says, "Oh yeah, that was the thing." Oh, you mean the video? It's good.
Actually, no, they're responding to someone else talking about the Sly Cooper movie,
Oh,
which I think was
right.
quietly shelved.
Yeah, that was in talks for a while, but yeah, it's very much gone quiet.
Hmm. They're wondering if reception to the Ratchet and Clank movie was part of the reason for that.
Probably. Like, yeah, that's a pretty safe assumption. Like, I remember the Ratchet movie. It started out with like a Sony branded take on the Marvel Studios intro logo thing. Yeah, it was all very like. It felt like they were planning to make this a much bigger endeavor. PlayStation movies, and then it just turned out to not happen.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think turning a video game into a movie takes a specific kind of video game and a very carefully done movie to make that work, because it's
Yeah.
just a very different medium.
Definitely.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Spidey. How you doing?
Sorry I'm late.
No worries. It's fine. Just been having
Yeah,
a good
you
old
just missed
chat.
me having.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's just been me and Win having a good old chat.
Okay. I was
And you missed me
saying,
having a million mic issues.
ooh. That was basically me last stream.
Oh dear.
I blame the game.
Okay.
The game was cursed.
It was pretty cursed. Thankfully, this game is not so cursed. It's just like, good.
Oh yeah, I saw the thing in social issues yesterday about James Earl Taylor.
Yep. Screw him.
that yeah. I mean that sucks, but yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi is still best Clone Wars character.
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, not to knock any of the roles that James Arnold Taylor has played. It's just, yeah.
Since you're playing one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just him as a person, not so good.
It just sucks seeing someone you thought of as a hero for, like, a personal hero of mine for a long time.
Yeah, for
as
sure.
That.
Yeah. The way he's responded to people calling him out is also like he's completely just denying that he like reposted those things.
That's
It's
what
like,
really
no,
gets me.
I mean, you did.
Yeah, because it's like if he reposted those things and then apologized for it, I'd be like, okay, you know what, everyone makes mistakes. But the fact that he's not and he's more sort of doubling down on it is like that's not a good look. It's kind of how all the discourse around J.K. Rowling started, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Except
now she's gone off the deep end, but at first it was more subtle.
she always was. Don't deny that she wasn't, but you know, apparently James Earl Taylor, he does the voices for like the ads for Fox.
Oh.
That ones were like, this, tonight on Fox, tune into like Family Guy or
right.
whatever.
Okay.
He
It
does
makes
those-
sense.
He does that voice.
Yeah, a lot of voice
Because
actors,
if you listen to it,
they just do that for a paycheck, you know?
he also apparently does the voice of Fred Flintstone now.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah,
someone's
Chip,
got
you
to.
mentioned J.K. Rowling. I feel like she is someone who had someone else running her social media for a while, and that's why it didn't come to the surface
Probably.
as quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, most celebrities do.
Yeah.
Some people probably wish the president did that.
I mean, I think he does sometimes. Whenever there's no grammatical or spelling errors, you can assume that
When he's
somebody
on the
wrote
toilet.
it for him. Yeah.
You know what? He's not on the toilet.
Yeah. Long live President 46.
Yeah.
Better than the other guy. Anyway.
It is kind of crazy to think that the U.S., like, relatively speaking, isn't even that old. It's like, what? Like,
It's like 250 years
I-
old? Something like that?
yeah, something like that, yeah. Also, I thought this was kind of neat when I found this out. Apparently, there was, like, this huge celebration in 1976, on July 4th, because it was the 200th birthday of America.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because, yeah, 1776 was when it all went down.
Yep.
They actually referenced that in Fallout, because apparently Vault 76 was made on the big 300th birthday of America. And it was like, I think they said it was like comparable to what happened in 76, 1976, I mean. That was neat. Oh yeah, apparently the new season of Family Guy is pretty decent.
So I've heard.
They stopped with all the racism and edgy jokes.
Yeah, I hear they've toned down like the cutaway gags as well.
I think they've finally taken Seth MacFarlane's reins away from the series.
Big if true. I don't know, I've never watched Family Guy, I don't know what's good or bad about it. I just go off what other people say.
It's just not funny. It just tries to be edgy funny.
Oh, somebody in the chat's asking. I think they meant to ask, do other countries celebrate their birthdays? And I'm gonna say I don't think any other country is as obsessed with the day it was founded as America is.
Yeah.
Also, some countries were founded so long ago. It's like the date of its exact this is like
Yeah, like they
this
don't
is
have a dated
Yeah,
document saying when
yeah.
it was.
yeah. And America, relatively speaking, isn't even that old.
Mm, exactly. Yeah.
Like the youngest superpower in the world, I think. Like I think the second youngest is France, because France has had like 15 different. There's been 15 different Frances throughout history.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like this is like the 4th French Republic or something. Because they kept failing.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was really funny because the second one failed so fast because it lasted like I think 5 years and then Napoleon took over.
Yeah, I think it's like generally accepted that Britain, as we know it today, started with William the Conqueror. Like his reign is basically when Britain started, but like nobody knows when in the year that was. Nobody really cares.
Yeah. All we know is that he conquered the entire British Isles and there.
Exactly. Clank's
Also,
voice
Ireland
line
is...
didn't.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Clank's voice line is like whacking out. It's like repeating over itself.
Creatures. What creature?
Robots.
Okay, that was weird. I think my disc might be a little bit damaged. It is very old.
I want to buff that up.
Oh boy.
Fix the dents with Flex Seal.
More forced motion controls, let's go.
Did fairies just give the robot wings?
Yes.
I'm trying to follow along here.
This is Bionicle logic.
Kind of.
Okay, so apparently France is at its 5th republic now, not 4th.
Ah.
Also, apparently Ireland is also relatively new, because I think it gained independence in like 1927 or something.
That's a fair point, yeah. Ireland as a separate nation is fairly new.
Yeah. They still want the northern bit, but it's never happening.
Yeah, no. There's definitely a cultural divide between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland.
We've already made too many of these bloody flags, and we're not going to make any more of them. Because isn't the... Well, first off, isn't the British flag, like, really weirdly offset at points?
Yes, and I think the only reason for it is because it's easier to tell if it's the right way up, if it's got weirdly offset parts.
Except if it was symmetrical, it wouldn't matter if it was the right way up.
Oh, but it would matter in people's hearts, they'd know.
Yeah, I think it's like they just mirrored one side and just flipped it upside down to make the other side.
Pretty much.
The Hall of Knowledge without authorization. No.
So I guess all those flags, the Union Jack I drew in 5th grade were all correct. They were like fucked up.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because the Union flag, you know, it's meant to represent like the Union of all of Great Britain, but it only really represents the English and Scottish flags.
Yeah, and I think a bit of the Welsh.
No, not at all.
Oh yeah, no, because it is literally just like slamming the... I think it's also the old Irish flag as well.
Possibly, but like if you look at it, it's got the red and white cross from the English flag, and it's got the blue from the Scottish flag, and also like the more X-shaped cross.
The blue X.
Yeah.
The blue and white X.
Yeah, from the Scottish flag.
I think the red lines are also supposed to be like the weirdly offset red lines. I think it's supposed to be either from... I think one side's supposed to be from Wales, the other side's supposed to be from Ireland.
I mean, maybe, although that might just be like people trying to explain it after the fact. I'm not sure if that was intended.
That's fair.
Doesn't the Welsh flag have a dragon? Yes, it does. It's the best flag because
also
it's got a
green.
dragon. It's green and white and red, and it's got a great big dragon on it.
Yeah, and you guys have your own weird language.
Exactly. It's a stupid language, but I love it.
It's indecipherable for the English, that's why you made it.
It's indecipherable for me, and I grew up like being taught it in school.
Yeah, isn't it like the primary language in Wales or something?
Officially, yes. Well, we have both English and Welsh as official
But
languages.
it's taught as the primary language in school, apparently.
Some schools, like the one my brother goes to. But in other ones,
That's funny.
like the school I went to was taught primarily in English, but it had mandatory Welsh classes.
I still love that the fact that Levi told me a while ago were about the Welsh. They would go naked into battle because they thought on the day they were going to die that armor wouldn't protect them.
Oh yeah, the old Celtic warriors. Yeah, that was a big thing they did. Well,
you just see
they went naked into battle.
English knights seeing this guy's like helicoptering down a hill.
Yeah, they went into battle naked, but they also covered themselves in blue paint.
Yeah.
And occasionally
Basically
they would wear
with-
jewelry. That didn't count towards the being naked part. They were also quite fond of poetry as well. They would basically rap battle each other before an actual battle, just to like test their wits.
No, it's like the poetry battle from a regular show. Remember that?
Yeah, basically. Except in old Celtic Welsh.
So in nonsense.
Yeah, basically. God damn, how do you deal with a shielding enemy? You don't. That's the answer.
Take a boy.
So yeah, there's not a whole lot of
They look
enemy
like
variety at the
they look-
moment.
They look like the fuck. What do they call it from Jimmy Neutron? The Yokians from fucking Jimmy Neutron. If anyone remember those guys?
I can guess what they look like based on your description.
They were the bad guys in the movie.
Great. We're
They're these-
trapped.
I'll try and find a picture, but they're these weird like slug things that
Clank?
like have robot suits that look like eggs.
Jesse Man says, not to sound like a jerk, but does anyone care for history during these streams? I don't know. Sometimes it's cool.
And sometimes, you know, funny stuff to bring up.
Oh, it's doing the audio skipping thing again. I don't know if this is going to be like a persistent issue. Thankfully the subtitles are there so you can just read what they're supposed to be saying.
Download the
What the heck? Oh right, there was a Jimmy Neutron game, wasn't there?
Oh, I'm sure there was. There were video games of
Oh, it looks
everything
so
back in the
bad.
day.
Oh, it looks so bad.
The only thing I remember of Jimmy Neutron is the episode where it's his birthday and he wants it to be his birthday every day, and so he makes a time machine and just relives his birthday over and over.
I thought you were gonna say that, and does like the time stream slowly decay or something?
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of weird, like, I think he ends up with, like, duplicate copies of all his presents because for some reason they carry through to repeated days.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like that one episode of Fairly Odd Parents where he wishes that Christmas was every day, but it's not like it repeats. It just every day just happens to be Christmas.
Oh, you know what? I think that's what it was. I think it was like that. Like, he reset everyone's memories or something.
Yeah, it's like after like a fucking month, everyone got tired of Christmas. So they were like trying to, like the US, like they were just trying to like figure out how to kill Santa to stop it.
What the? Where is everyone?
I tried to tell you, Ratchet.
And apparently,
They said this planet was deserted ages ago.
like apparently in that universe, like Santa is just a normal guy until Christmas where he gets all his magical powers.
Very old, it would seem.
But it's the same powers that the fairies use, so
Right.
because he just keeps doing it, the fairies have no magic. So they can't actually fix it. So,
Yeah.
you know, until
Ratchet, we must be practical. Tachyon
Hey,
will
look,
find the pod's
the ship.
flight codes.
Yeah,
He will
it's
be
an
here any
old
minute.
Lombax ship, and Ratchet's like, me family make ship,
Very well.
me fix ship.
Virtual diagnostic of this spacecraft confirms 6
Yeah, apparently speaking of that, apparently the guys who made Exploding Kittens, that one card game,
Oh yeah, yeah.
they're apparently making one where you have to like talk like a caveman.
Neat.
Where you have to, I think it's like you have to describe things. So like you have to describe things so people can guess it, but you have to use single syllable words.
Ah, that's clever.
I think I think the one example for like emotional breakdown or something was like something thing make sad and mad, something like that. I don't know. Maybe when it comes out, there's the tabletop sim version. I mean, I think the only board game you guys have streamed were the Bionicle ones, and they're kind of,
Yeah.
they're very iffy in quality.
We
This
should
one
do
was
more
like
board games.
completely broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool. I mean, there's a lot of board games on tabletop sim.
Yeah. You do everything in tabletop sim.
You can play Monopoly.
You can, but why?
Because there's a monopoly on everything.
True.
It's almost as if there's a monopoly for Monopoly.
It's kind of funny how Monopoly started as a warning about the dangers of capitalism, and then it just got turned into an overdone capitalist product.
Kind of like Ratchet and Clank.
Honestly, yes. Honestly, yes.
You know, it's play D&D. There probably is a way to play D&D on tabletop sim, honestly.
I mean, yeah.
Fucking someone recreated Warhammer on there, so it's, you know, not entirely impossible.
I mean, D&D basically comes down to like having a good DM, and that's like 90% of the work.
And imagination.
And imagination, yeah.
Alright, honestly, that does sound actually kind of fun if you can, you know, set it up right.
Yeah.
Play it on Zoom.
No, why would we use Zoom? We got a perfectly good Discord.
No, you just use Skype.
Oh no. Skype for business.
The Scrap to Spare is right. Monopoly isn't even that good of a board game.
Yeah.
Boring. It's like playing fucking Connect 4 or whatever. Or,
Connect 4 is at least like fun moment to moment. Monopoly is a slow game and also not fun.
I didn't realize how old Connect 4 was.
Yeah.
I think it was made in like the 40s or whatever.
I mean, I think it's based on like an even older game.
To access your map, press the select button.
You know, we just stream chess.
Oops.
Oof. You know, it's really boring without Liam.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. But you know what? That's alright. I like quiet streams.
That's true. Yeah, that's stream Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, we tried that.
Wait, did you?
Yeah, at the end of the Yu-Gi-Oh show. At the end of Gathered Pharaohs, we did that.
So is that gonna still go on or what?
Yeah, I mean, eventually we'll come back and do like Yu-Gi-Oh GX. Might be a while before we get to it because it took a lot out of us just doing Duel Monsters. And GX is like almost as long as that.
Oh, I was just asking because of Josie.
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely won't be the same show without Josie.
Yeah, that even the streams aren't.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, we'll manage. We'll manage.
Duel or fucking like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Just want to level up my weapons, jeez.
So apparently Z-Man was drawing something and he laughed his ass off while watching Community. Something about a G.I. Joe episode. The only episode of Community I know about is the Christmas special one, the Christmas special, where it's like a Rankin Bass thing, and it's the way it's like that is because one of the characters is having like a mental breakdown at the fact he can't see his family or something.
Oh.
Because like I think his mom like has like a new family or something because she like left his dad.
Oh.
Also, to answer the question in chat about Josie, I wasn't there when it happened, but you know I'm probably not the best person to say this.
Yeah.
But apparently she got into.
I'll explain it briefly. Basically, like we were just streaming and things got a little heated. It was a bit of just disagreements between Josie and I won't pin it on anyone specifically, just like the rest of us. Basically, Josie, the way that the streams were going just wasn't gelling with their personalities, you know. I think we all felt for a while that it perhaps wasn't the best fit. You know, like it's not the best environment for Josie. Like the show, the streams were turning into something that they didn't want to be on, and you know what? That's fair enough. So yeah, Josie decided to no longer appear on the Beaver House, and that's fine. We here at the Beaver House wish her all the best.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But yeah, on to more cheery stuff. I just got a Lombax flight component. Hell yeah.
Yeah, on to less depressing stuff.
Yeah, try and keep it. We try and keep it cool around here. Where the hell am I going? This way. So yeah, this game has a lot of I said earlier that it's a much more linear game than previous ones, and that is true to some extent, but it has some more
It is
open
very
levels.
linear.
It has some more open levels like this one, where you've got a choice of like what direction you want to go in.
It's sort of like how Doom 3 was kind of constructed, where you're like, it's a linear path, but you can choose like how you want to take the linear path. If that makes sense.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like it's like think of it as like a, so in Doom 3, you know, it's like you go into like a part of the base or whatever, and you have like 3 hallways to go down, and you can go down any of them. You know, you can go down any of them in any order you want.
Right.
To
Yeah.
find the thing you need to go into the next hallway.
Yeah, basically.
Or the next court. Yeah.
Yeah, the sort of hub and spoke level design. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I forgot. In this game, they replace Clank's little robot helper buddies with the Zoni for some reason.
Other little
They
aliens.
can help you
What?
levitate.
What are they?
I mean, this game doesn't really explain, but the next game does. They are servants of the Lord of Time, which Clank is, kind of.
Remember when
Okay.
these games weren't that? Remember when these games used to be simple?
Yeah, I remember the good days.
When these games used to be fun.
Oh, you can slow down time. I figure that's a thing.
Oh, Chip. What are you thinking of Age of Calamity so far?
I am absolutely loving it. So yeah, since we did the stream last Friday,
Clams.
Blade of Clams. I've been playing a whole lot of it. I've reached, I believe, chapter 5, sort of middle of chapter 5. So basically, like the bit where Ganon comes out and he takes over the
Alright.
castle.
Well, don't tell me too
Big,
much.
Okay.
A big scary boy.
That's all I'll say. Yeah.
Okay. I am ashamed to say that I still haven't started it.
Oh dang.
I picked it
I need
up.
to-
Yeah.
I need to honestly get a fucking Switch. And
You should.
Yeah, I picked
for
up the
longest
game.
time
Right.
Nice. But I was just gonna say, for the longest time, I've been kind of mooching on my little brother to play his, but he only has Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Still fun.
Yeah. What were you
I
gonna
think
say,
I can
Win?
beat the game.
Oh, I mean, I pre-ordered it and I picked it up, and I told myself, well, no, I need to finish what I'm in the middle of playing first, which was
Right.
Control.
Right.
So I did that. But also, like, I tried the demo for Age of Calamity, and it was good. I didn't actually get very far in it, because I loved the first Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that game. But I always played it with the Zelda style controls, and as far as I can
Oh.
tell, there's no way to enable those on
Right.
Age of Calamity.
Yeah, no, that is something that they changed, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the very difficult for me.
Yeah, I'd
'Cause
say...
I have so much muscle memory like tied to that control scheme.
I mean-
Trying to relearn different controls is a heckin' pain.
There is
Yeah,
that,
that's
but
fair.
also, like, just in general, it is a very different game. Like, the combat flow is extremely different. Like, in Age of Calamity, it's less about just sort of wailing on the enemy non-stop, and it's much more focused on punishing enemy attacks. So,
Okay.
like, doing perfect dodges to, like, dodge out the way, doing parries if you're Link, he can parry attacks as well, and also using elemental weaknesses. Those are all, like, very big things. Oh, and also item weaknesses too. Like, you know, I'm sure you saw in the demo. You know, some enemies they'll wind up to do a big attack, and you can use a particular Sheikah Slate rune to counter them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And once you do get it down, the game does speed up significantly. Like, you can do a lot more with it. But getting used to that is definitely the hardest part.
Yeah, it's just been a hurdle that I have not yet been able to.
Hey, going back to
overcome.
the Doom analogy, it's kind of like going from Doom 2016 to Doom Eternal, where it's
Yeah.
like in 2016 it's more just brute force your way through everything, but in Eternal you have to use more, I guess, strategy.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose it's kind of like that, yeah.
Sorry if it seems I'm not really listening. I'm playing a game in the background.
Oh, Spidey. Oh no, I fell.
Yeah, I will probably be starting Age of Clams pretty soon, because I did finish Control, which I don't know if you've played it.
I haven't, no.
I don't actually know what you're talking. I don't know what game you're talking about actually. Sorry.
Control. I think it came out last year. It just came out on
Yeah.
Switch recently.
Yeah.
I'd heard a whole lot of praise for it, so I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. It seems cool. It was okay.
Yeah. I think the biggest
Like-
thing that game has going for it, at least from what I've seen, is it's a very good tech demo for ray tracing.
Yeah,
A lot of
I
new
mean,
games are basically tech demos.
It looks really nice. And like the aesthetic is really cool, and the story is alright. I guess I found the gameplay just like okay. I think part of that though is that I don't really play shooters, and the game definitely assumes that you play shooters.
Right, yeah, okay.
So there's like controls and stuff that it just never bothers to tell you because it's like this is just how shooters work, you know. Like I don't know.
Okay, speaking of I guess hard shooter games, I really want to try Proteus. If you've heard of that game.
No, I haven't. What's that like?
Proteus is sort of a throwback to like boomer shooters, I guess you'd like Doom.
Right, okay.
It actually is a lot like Quake. Actually, it looks really cool. Like it's like it's harking back to the old first-person shooters. You know, there's basically no story. You're thrown into a bunch of maps that really aren't connected. You get big guns. It's very violent. You kill monsters.
Neat.
Like, it looks really cool, and it'd probably melt my computer if I tried to play it. But you know.
Let's see, Z-Man says, one Switch game I had fun with, but have yet to finish is Astral Chain. I played a little bit of Astral Chain on a friend's Switch when I went to visit him last year, and I really want to love that game, but it's too much Devil May Cry for me. Like, I can't get my head around the controls. Like, there's just a lot of stuff going on, and, like, chaining combos together, not my strong suit whatsoever.
Yeah, it's been on my like need to play Stack for ages now, and I just never get around to it.
Yeah, like I love the aesthetic. I love like the art style. I love the music. It looks awesome, and Platinum Games, I generally do like what they put out, but yeah, just have not been able to get into that.
Yeah, I picked it up because I typically really like Platinum stuff, but yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
I've been considering. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I've been thinking of, you might have, well, probably not heard of it, but this game called Verdun. It's like this World War One, like first-person shooter, sort of like Battlefield 1, that sort of thing. But it's a lot more realistic. I may have talked about it, like not on the stream, but in general. But it's like apparently it's really effective with like immersion, because apparently a lot of people have played it and its sort of, I guess, sister game, Tannenberg, have actually shown symptoms of mild PTSD.
Oh jeez.
From the game. Like, it's nothing like too serious, but it's just kind of funny to think. Like that's a real compliment to the game designers.
I suppose.
But just kind of funny. Anyway, sorry about that.
Right.
Yeah. Coming back to talking about Platinum games, I've been considering replaying Wonderful 101 because I got the Switch port and I absolutely adore that game.
Nice.
But I've been trying to commit to playing new things.
Yeah.
And not going back and replaying the old stuff again.
That's fair. That's fair.
Have you played that one?
I haven't, no, but now that it has been ported to, not
Everything.
Wii U.
How dare you?
Look, I love the Wii U, but I'm
Best
not
game
gonna
console
dig
ever
it
made.
out just to play one game, you know?
Yeah,
It was
that's
the
fair.
best game console ever made. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was cool. It was cool. I'd still want them
Yeah,
to port damn Xenoblade Chronicles X, though. Please, I
Yeah.
need that game on something that isn't the Wii U.
I might actually play it if it were on Switch. I
Yeah.
started it on Wii U and just could not get into it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, it is very different to like Xenoblade 1 or Xenoblade 2. It's got a very different
Honestly, speaking of the Wii U, I'm kind of thinking of doing the same thing Liam does with his Wii U, where he has it like in a backpack,
appeal. Nice.
or had it in a backpack, and takes it everywhere. I might actually do that because until I get a Switch.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, there are a lot of cool games that are on the Wii U.
Oh yeah,
that I
Oh, for
do
sure.
love.
definitely. And
There's also shit like Devil's Third.
and it's
One of
also
the worst
a
games I've ever seen.
it's also a great emulation machine as well.
Yeah.
And it's very
I
very
think-
easy to hack. So
I
Is.
thought Liam used totally legitimate consoles.
I still can't get over that time that he like injected a custom game wrapper into the DS emulator on the Wii U just so he could play Bionicle Heroes DS and not do any editing afterwards.
Didn't he, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say, but, God, I'm a dumb.
He made like a whole border for it and everything, so that when it got to his capture card, it was just all ready to like upload straight to YouTube.
That's fantastic.
One of my favorite instances of Liam, like, emulating a thing was, like, I think it was during the first Bionicle Heroes GBA video, where you were like, I'm using this totally legitimate
Yeah.
cartridge, and it just shows, like, an error screen from, Peter.
I'm trying to think if there's any Bionicle games we haven't done yet.
The phone games.
I mean, I guess there's probably a few Flash games we haven't done. Like, I know there were a lot of Flash games in 2006.
Yeah.
Save the band.
Of course, Save the Band. How could we forget?
We probably could, like, bash through those next stream, because they were, like, what, half an hour to beat.
Yeah,
You
something
know
like
what
that.
to do. Literally like Minogue.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a fun stream to do sometime, just like miscellaneous Bionicle Flash games.
Yeah. Speaking of
Especially-
that, I love
Especially since
the
Flash is
stream of
dying.
Minogue one.
So.
Yeah, true. I have to send off, but
Yeah.
the stream of Minogue one that Liam did was really funny because it's just him by himself.
Mm.
It was just kind of sad
Oh.
throughout the entire thing.
I don't think I've seen that one.
No, I don't mean like Liam was sad. I mean like the whole mood was kind of sad.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I properly started watching the Beaver House like around the time when the Pringles vlogs were on, and like no gameplay, but like well, yeah.
I honestly,
When they came back and started doing games again, I was like, oh, they play games. That's cool. I like games.
I like video games.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I have not really seen anything on the Beaver House until y'all started doing Gathered Friends.
That's fair enough.
Same.
That's fair.
I heard about it because I've said this many times, but I think LJ mentioned it on one of those videos. It was like, hey, you should check these guys out. It might have actually been because of the... I think that's more because of Legend of Mononui, actually.
Yeah, a lot of people came in because of that.
Yeah, I think
It's a cool game.
I think I had heard of the Beaver House because of Legend of Mononui stuff, but I never really looked into the YouTube channel.
Like Chip said, I think most people did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never really watched anything on the channel until a friend of mine, Summoner, I remember he just sent me a message that was like, hey, you might want to watch this. And it was just the first episode of Gathered Friends. I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is. But
And they're like,
Take
hey,
a
they're
look.
reading my book.
yeah, I was like, oh, this is why he sent it to me.
Yeah, because before that, actually, yeah, I'd been like posting messages on the BZ Power topic, being like, oh hey, I recently read book 1 of Biological Chronicle. Here's some errors and stuff I found. Okay, bye.
yeah, I put that together later because I remember you posting that. Like, hey, I was like reading this with some friends. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and then you showed up on one of the episodes of Gathered Friends, the 2004 one, I think? One of the first? I think it actually was the first 2004 one.
Yeah, that was the first one I was on.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on the first 2007 one, but then my audio fucked up, so I got to be on the second one.
Yeah, I think you were supposed to be on the last 2006 one as well, actually, or maybe not. I don't know. It's been a while.
No, you said that they were both booked, so I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, Planet
'Cause,
Mukau, or later renamed to
'cause I
Planet
wanted to be-
Masnui Cow.
Because I wanted to be on the first one, but Aurora was on that one.
Ah, right.
Yeah, and
And
then
then,
Lowen was
I
on
was like-
the other one.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I was like, I like 2007 more,
fair.
I think it's just a better setting, honestly, and better story.
Yeah.
Less edge. Yeah, you don't see the Paraka as much, so, I'm not saying they're bad characters, but it's just like, God, the tween edge is very palpable.
Yeah. I like Bionicle's edgy phase.
It's like, hey, is that a bull? I'm gonna fucking blow that thing up. I mean, isn't that basically what Hakan said?
Yeah. More or less. He looks at a field of Kikanala and he's like, they're in my way. And then laser visions them, or heat visions them out of existence.
And what if the fucking Mator was like, why would you do that? Like, it was in my way.
Yeah.
I don't know why it took them so goddamn long to realize they were not Toa.
I mean, they hadn't seen one in so long they forgot what they were supposed to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Still, they're clearly evil. I think
Good and evil are relative.
Garen is even. I think Garen at one point is like, or one of the Matorans like, maybe that's just how newfangled Toa act. You know, maybe it's just a phase that they went through. Yeah, I don't think, and I think Garn was basically like, yeah, I don't think being a dick is a phase you go through.
You can auto-lock onto enemy targets by pressing and holding the L1 button. Release the L1 button to launch a devastating attack.
I don't know, it's just kind of funny, I think.
I am probably gonna have to drop off pretty soon.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
alright.
that's fine.
Sorry. I would like to stick around longer, but I have things to do.
That's fine, that's fine. We can hold down the
Fun
fort.
to talk to you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to try to join these things more and hopefully not have audio issues delay me by like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
A fun time to talk to friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna head out. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys before too long.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
And then there were two. Just
Yeah.
the two of us. We could make it if we try. Just the two of us. Me and me.
Clank, hop on that turret.
Not you.
Would you believe I actually know that because of a Doki Doki Literature Club parody?
I know of it mostly. I mean, I've obviously like heard it on the radio, but well, whenever I hear that song, I always think of the mashup between that and what's it called? Marina Madness from Knuckles Chaotix. It's a really good mashup. I don't know who made it.
Someone.
Yeah. See, man says now I'm thinking of that scene from Austin Powers 2. I guess they played that song in that.
We just want to kill you and plunder your ship.
I've never seen the Austin Powers films. Are they good?
They're really funny. I mean, they're what I think they are what actually skyrocketed Mike Myers' career into being as famous as he is now. And of course, you know, they're obviously parodying James Bond because they were very big. James Bond, you know, still is, but even more back then was huge. Like, you know that the writer actually based a lot of James Bond off his own experiences because he was a spy during World War II. Like he worked for British intelligence. You know, a lot of the lingo is like real sort of authentic spy talk, I guess. Also, you might have seen the theory of where every James Bond is like there's a reason why they're all different people.
Oh.
Because James Bond is like a title or whatever.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's always Agent 007, so I mean, maybe.
I mean, you know, Bond in the next movie, because I think they're planning to make Bond either a woman or like a person of color, so it would explain that, since, you know, he's always been portrayed as a white guy.
Yeah.
You know, and most of them turn out to be assholes.
Yeah, well.
Like Sean Connery is apparently very sexist.
Oh dear.
He said something about in the 70s about like women, about how if they keep running their mouth, you have to just slap them on the fanny. He doesn't mean British fanny. He means slap them on the ass.
Right.
Shut up.
But either way,
Oh no, it's not slapping on their ass. It's just slap them in the face so they shut up.
Yeah, that too. Maybe like don't say that. I mean, I'll give them a little bit of leeway
I know,
because it was the 70s, but
I know. Yeah, I was about to say. At least you didn't say anything wrong about black people. Like, Jesus Christ.
yeah, like you know, yeah. Like I will always give people a chance after like saying stupid shit like that. Give them a chance to apologize. If they
especially if they're
don't,
old.
then
They pull a James Earl
yeah,
and just double down on that shit.
yeah. Those tachyon statues. Devices. I don't care about devices. Ah, an armor vendor. This is what I want.
If you plan on fighting in the arena, might we suggest
Black Star armor, designed by Captain Blackstar himself. This amazing armor used biostatic nanomites to absorb up to 25% of all damage. The finest and affordable anti-mutiny defense wear. Sure. That sounds cool.
Nice.
A lot of the armor in Ratchet games always looks pretty goofy.
Isn't it meant to be sort of goofy sci-fi?
I mean, yeah, but like, goofy in a bad way.
Not like hokey in an endearing way.
Yeah, like, usually whatever armor Ratchet has on the box art is the only one that looks good.
I mean, at least they're being creative, so that's something.
Yeah.
Not many games can claim that.
That's true, that's true.
And I've always liked shitty sci-fi. Like, not like bad sci-fi, but like, it's just silly.
Yeah.
Like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was sort of
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's making fun of that kind of sci-fi.
Absolutely.
Like the race of the aliens that are just so bureaucratic, they can't do anything.
Yeah, the what are they called? The Bogons, the Zogons, something like that.
Yeah, they're the bad guys.
Yeah, they're like the instigating bad guys of the first book, where like they're the ones who, spoilers, they blow up Earth.
Yeah, to clear way for an intergalactic highway.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I've said for a while, like, if there was to be sort of an aliens encountering us, it'd probably be that. Like, they just,
Yeah.
like, hey, you know, oh, we didn't know you were here. Oh,
Sorry for
we're
blowing
just
you
trying to build
up.
this highway, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Christopher Columbus, well, less violent than Christopher Columbus, but like sort of how he discovered America. He didn't know it was there. He didn't go in there on purpose. He just found it.
Yeah. Yeah, Hitchhikers is a great series of books, and also a great TV series, and also a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I actually know of it from the movie. Before that, I didn't know it existed because, you know,
Yeah.
not many people like talked about it. At least people I know.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Isn't Hitchhikers the? Oh, sorry. I was
just
about to say,
gonna-
because isn't Hitchhikers the thing where it's like the answer to the universe, the number 47 or something?
42. Yeah. The
42. That's right.
That's where it comes from. Yeah, that comes from a bit in the books where a super advanced race of, I believe, mice. They come up with this thing, right? So they're all very philosophical. They've answered most of the big questions in the universe, and they finally stumble upon the biggest question of them all: what is the meaning of life? And so they build a giant supercomputer to find out what the meaning of life is. Specifically, what is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything? And the computer takes millions of years to come up with an answer. And the answer is 42. And then they say, well, what does that mean? And the computer says, well, you don't even know what the question is. And so they build a second supercomputer to figure out what the question is that 42 is the answer to. And that then goes on for another few million years. And we never actually find out what the question is in the books.
Because it's still trying to compute.
Well, more because the computer got botched. So...
Oh.
I'd say, like, spoilers for the second or third book, I forget which one. Mute the stream for the next 30 seconds if you don't want to hear about this. Basically, the second computer that they build to find out what the question is, just is Earth. Earth is a giant supercomputer, and this race of idiots from another planet crash landed on Earth, and they became humans. So,
They
because
evolved into humans.
yeah, and because Earth is a bioorganic supercomputer, the arrival of humans completely like fucked up the DNA computing stuff that was going on. So it ended up with the computer making completely the wrong question. The question that it ended up getting after all these millions of years was, what do you get if you multiply 6 by 9?
42.
Yes, but it's not even correct.
I mean, that's a good follow-up to the gag, though.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Hitchhikers have a lot of great callbacks and follow-ups like that.
Isn't there like a planet? I know they go into the movie. But isn't there like a planet where these aliens they kick you in the ass if you don't when you don't realize it?
I think that was just a thing in the movie. I don't remember that from the books, but it has been a while since I read them, so that might be a thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you have upgraded to the magma combustion.
I just thought that was kind of funny, honestly,
Yeah.
because I'm a child. Because
Cover more ground.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
going from funny sci-fi to very depressing sci-fi, I've actually been trying to track down a copy of I Have Nothing Else I Must Scream because, nihilism.
I see.
It's really good. I actually didn't know there was a video game when I was trying to look for the story. Like it's actually really good. It's like it actually expands on a lot of stuff that the short story couldn't. Like the author, for some reason, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he does the voice of the supercomputer.
Neat.
Yeah. It's a very... Yeah, if you don't, feel like having a very shitty day, don't read that story. It's all about Cold War paranoia, and it's not fun for most people.
Oh dear.
Because it was written in, I think the 70s? Something like that? Late 70s? So it was, really... the pioneering days of, quote, modern sci-fi.
Yeah.
Because, there was sci-fi, but it was, shitty 50s B-movie stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was actually written around the time Star Wars came out.
Oh, okay.
But, the basic premise, for those who don't know, it's about this... So, the world has ended. World War III has happened. And it's not because of countries quarreling, it's because of working together. China, Russia, and America all work together to make this... they make 3 supercomputers separately. But they combine them into one supercomputer that runs the world, and it's named AM, I think it was. Is that right? Because it's referencing the I think for there I am.
Right.
That sort of thing. But it becomes sentient, and it realizes it hates humanity. It hates like it. We don't know exactly why it hates humanity, but it just does.
Right. Yeah.
So it does the whole Skynet thing of causing a nuclear holocaust, where only 5 people are still alive, and it tortures them day in and day out for the sin of being human, basically.
Right.
And they manage to escape, but they realize by the end the only way out is through death. And they all kill each other except for one guy who's about to jump off a cliff, but Am finds him and devolves him into this sort of I'm not gonna give away the ending, sorry.
Okay.
But it's really fucking good.
Oh,
And it's
Ratchet
where
has a little disguise.
the ending is where the
Ratchet has a little disguise because nobody knows who he is.
the mustache.
Yeah, I don't know what is causing this weird audio skipping issue during the cutscenes. I gotta look into that, see if that's like a common thing.
Yeah, maybe. That guy looks like a Star Wars alien.
Okay.
So why does Captain Quirk work for this guy?
You know what? I don't know.
Money?
It has
I'm guessing
been
money.
a while since I played this game.
I'm just gonna say it's probably because of he's being paid, like in the first game.
Yeah, probably. That is
Yeah.
what he do.
Yeah, he's a dick. I'm honestly surprised he isn't voiced by Patrick Warburton. Not saying that Patrick Warburton's a dick, but he just seems like he fit.
Yeah, he does kind of sound like a Patrick Warburton character. Wait, is he voiced by
Like,
him?
I don't think he is.
I don't know.
If
I'm
he is,
kind of doubting it now.
Stupid, but I'm thinking to look this up. Who voices Quirk? Jim Ward.
Okay.
But if they do ever make another Ratchet and Clank movie, they're probably gonna get Patrick Warburton to do his voice.
Yeah, so
I love whenever Patrick Warburton shows up at things because he's just so funny.
he's great. He's great.
He seems like a really cool dude.
God, I hope he's not racist.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, it's just like I'm on edge now, you know, because like so many voice actors are. I don't know who to trust anymore.
First, I was gonna say Ginger Taylor, but I'm trying to think of another one. He's like that. God, I feel stupid.
Oh, there are no voice actors in the world.
How do you know?
Because I've met everyone and none of them are voice actors.
No.
It's true. Yay! I beat the guy.
Hooray!
Right.
Oh god, it's like a giant lizard robot thing.
Oh no. Captain Quark was just like, congratulations, you win a meme. He said meme. That's funny.
It's so funny.
Let's see, Muffles Man says, did I mention one bad apple earlier in the stream? You might have done, I might have missed it.
Same here, sorry.
You weren't even here earlier, so I don't know what you're saying sorry about.
I've been during my weird... Oh, they say talk about how Captain Quirk can't work for this guy.
After destroying 2,000 of them, lucky shot right at me. For the
safety of the good citizens of Kurwan, I swore allegiance to Tachyan's army and
see.
became his
You know, well, Ratchet and Clank
Hmm.
seems like a series that goes down in quality
A little
as it
bit.
goes along.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, the first game is always going to be the best in the series.
In many ways, yeah.
I guess unless it's like Half-Life, but I don't know. That's debatable. Or with Alien. Both Alien and Aliens are really good.
Yeah, I've only seen the first Alien. I've been meaning to watch Aliens at some point.
You should watch it. Just to be warned, Aliens is more of an action movie.
Yeah, I know what I'm getting into. But yeah. Oh boy, I do
Also, have you
so
seen
love
the what was it, the What Happened on Alien 3?
I have not seen that.
He talks about how much of a shit show that was, and why it was a shit show.
Yeah. I hear that Alien 3 is very divisive. Like, some people really like
Alien
it, some people really
Resurrection
don't.
It's the weakest of the trilogy, definitely. I mean, compared to fucking... I mean, when you're going to from fucking Alien to Aliens, then to Alien 3. Like, Aliens and Alien are considered, like, some of the best sci-fi, like, stories. Aliens considered one of the best horror movies of all time.
Yeah.
Like, my uncle described it best. It's a horror movie with sci-fi elements.
Definitely.
Honestly, for next Beaverstream, we should try and get Liam to play Alien Isolation.
Oh god. That would be a fun one.
Oh, have you seen the version on like Connect, where it's like, well, it connects to like the audio sensor.
Oh yeah,
So if it
yeah.
hears a sound, the alien knows where you are. Which is terrifying to think about.
I know people have
So
like
like
adapted
whimpering-
that into the VR as well. The VR version. So like it's all hooked
Fucking
up.
terrifying to think about.
First person VR and also with the microphone sensor.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Like it was scary enough when I was just playing it in a brightly lit room. Like I couldn't finish it. So I don't know how I'd be like that.
I honestly couldn't get through the. I couldn't even get to the. I stopped playing because I was too freaked out, thinking like, when the fuck is the alien gonna show up? When is the alien gonna show up?
Yeah, I think
Because I know
I
why
got
the
to
alien is supposed to show up now. Because like when you meet that first survivor,
Yeah,
he gets like dragged into the air duct by the alien and killed.
I think I got to the point where the alien shows up, and then I was like, oh god, this is too spooky. I can't continue.
3 spooky 5 me.
Indeed, it was so many spookies. Ugh. Why not aliens, colonial marines? Haha. Oh, Z-Man.
That's a terrifying game.
Oh, Z-Man, you... Oh god, I've got something in my eye. Ow. What is that? Is that like an eyelash or something? Yeah, get out.
Oh yeah, the Aliens arcade game was fucking great. That was the Alien vs Predator one. That was like the first time that many people knew that the whole Alien vs Predator concept was a thing. Because it was an Easter egg in Predator 2, where there's a xenomorph skull somehow. I don't know how that's possible, considering acid blood.
Acid.
There must have been one dedicated predator to fucking skin that thing. You know that apparently, in the original Alien, the xenomorph was supposed to have like a super short lifespan, kind of like a bug.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if you look at how it acts in that first movie.
Yeah, they're very insect-like. They're basically giant insects.
Yeah, and like how it matures from from egg to full grown in like a day or two.
An hour.
Yeah.
Because also it's funny to think about how the incubation time for the Trisperser keeps getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Until in like Alien versus Predator, it's like 15 minutes or something until they die. Also, I have no idea how the hell they didn't detect that there was a fucking alien inside him. Maybe they may have mentioned in the first one. I don't know. Maybe the fact it was part of his, like, it stole genetic information from him, like masked it from the scanner, I guess. I think it literally is the actual explanation.
I mean, I always think back to, like, you know, the scene where they're on the planet and they're looking at the eggs, and I'm always thinking,
why would you look at that?
Yeah, why would you walk straight up to this very egg-looking thing on a hostile alien world and, like, just look straight into the egg? Like, why would you do that?
I mean, they were on orders to grab one of those things, so you can't really blame them.
I mean, I guess.
Honestly, one of the best things about Alien is that, besides, like, one or two things, the crew acts very human. Like, they act like an actual person would.
Yeah.
It's almost as if Ridley Scott knew how to make a movie.
Yeah.
A good movie. It was like, it's also supposed to, you know, emphasize the fact that even if they have this advanced technology, they're, you know, very smart people, this is still, you know, basic instinct that the thing runs on it. It's, you know, killing them all.
Yeah. Z-Man says...
Oh yeah, I forgot about the...
Z-Man says the xenomorph in Alien 1 was also a rapist. Ooh, no.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, there is the whole sexual undertone of the aliens. Because, you know, the fucking... The facepalker has an ovipositor, which is basically like a reverse vagina. You know, the alien... Because the whole theme of Alien is the fear, the male fear of pregnancy, apparently.
Oh.
Like, if you actually think about it. And also, the alien's head looks like a dick.
True. It kind of does.
That's also because H.R. Geiger was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right. Ridley Scott... Oh yeah, Alien was his second movie. Ridley Scott's second movie.
Wow. Well, what was his first?
That's... I should look that up. I guess it's sort of like, how, like, Jaws was one of Steven Spielberg's first movies. And actually his first, like, real movie was Duel, the one with the killer trucker. First Ridley Scott movie.
Good old Steven Spielberg, known creator of the Animaniacs.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the Animaniacs reboot.
Yeah, I haven't watched much of it yet because I haven't even seen the original Animaniacs, to be honest. But it does seem like the kind of thing that would be right up my alley. So yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some people kind of complaining about the whole political stuff, but if you watch Animaniacs, it was very, like, smart for its time. Like, they took jabs at a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and you know, like, I saw a couple people saying, oh, you know, the new Animaniacs is, like, taking a side where the old one just made fun of everyone. And
it's so liberal.
And I went back and found, like, an old interview that Steven Spielberg did with some magazine, talking about the original show. And in that interview, he explicitly said, "We have a point of view. We don't make fun of both sides equally." So, like, that was obviously always the intention.
Fun of the right a little more. I think they've always made fun of the right a little more.
Yeah.
You know, besides George Bush, because, you know, W.
But they did make Clinton play the sax, and I will never forget that.
He does play the sax, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, I think he also does art as well. I think Reagan did before he died as well. Yeah, apparently Reagan got dementia before he died, so that sucks.
That's a shame. It sucks when anyone gets dementia, to be honest. Like, it's not a nice thing.
Yeah, even... Yeah. But whenever I think of Reagan, for some reason I think of that one scene in Family Guy where he's like, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." He's like punching the wall of the McDonald's. The employees come out like, "The fuck is the president doing? Just leave him alone. You know, just give him a few minutes to fall asleep." he's like the Hulk. I'm gonna see if I can find that clip.
See, Z-Man says, the only thing of Animaniacs I actually remember watching was the Wacko's Wish movie. Yeah, I only found out that was a movie, like, 2 days ago.
What? I thought I was gonna say the fucking, the country naming thing.
Oh, that as well.
Because of the memes.
That was a good meme for a while.
I saw one where it was like, every country that doesn't recognize Israel as an illegitimate state. It was like half the world.
Oh no. I will never forgive that that country's song for not having Wales as its own distinct country. It just lumps us in with England.
I mean, it had fucking Yugoslavia.
It had like, you know, everyone except Wales and Northern Ireland, which I'm pretty sure was an independent state at that time. Like, I can forgive them for Ireland because, like, it still would have been like a very new thing.
I also saw one where it was like the death toll of COVID or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was really funny. It's really darkly funny. I feel bad at laughing at it, but it was really funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, I posted the thing in the chat.
Neat.
The Israel one.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry if I offend anyone with this video. It's just not. I laugh at the stupidest shit, and I'm sorry if I make anyone uncomfortable with that. Oh yeah, I remember another scene from Animaniacs where they're parodying Power Rangers, I think it was. Because Animaniacs I think came around at the same time that like the whole, I think it did come around when the whole big anime boom thing was happening.
Right, yeah.
You know, Fox was just buying up all this shit from Japan and just dubbing over it. You know, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Some of it was good, most of it was kind of shit. You know, like Power Rangers. I mean, what? No offense to any Power Rangers fans, I just don't like it that much. How has everyone been?
Yeah, how is everyone in chat? You know, now that we're a bit into the stream.
Yeah, let's say, because I know that's my go-to question, but it's the first thing I think of.
It's a good thing to ask. You know? It's good to check in with people.
Especially now, you know, because
definitely.
The world seems kind of crazy. Well, it is kind of crazy.
Yep. Ratchet, throw it at the guy. Thank you, Ratchet. No.
What's happening, Chip?
I was getting hit. And, I was trying to run away.
Are we talking to the game like it's a cat?
All video games are cats.
Like how all bees are cats.
Exactly.
I think it's the other way around.
All cats are bees. All bees are trans, and yeah, yes.
Ooh. Wait, all bees are trans? What? Once it's established.
I can't remember the context for that, but I agree with it.
Well, I think it was because of the Minecraft. I think someone on something about Minecraft bees.
I think that was a result of it. I'm not sure if that's where it started.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just learned that after suffering a humiliating defeat, Crushto wants a shot at my...
I mean, like, just on a purely genetic level, most things in life are trans to some degree. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because most, at least mammals, start out as girls and then become. They either split off into guys or stay as the woman.
Exactly. Yeah. It's all just down to whatever hormones you're exposed to in the womb. As it turns out, the whole XY chromosome thing, like, it matters a little bit, but not much.
But I think I think the hormones do, dictate. From what I remember, science class, they do dictate what sex you are. Like,
yeah, but
like
what I mean is the whole thing about like XY chromosomes, you know, like that's way overblown. Like how much of like you as a person is determined by that, because there are plenty of people. I think it's like 1 in 50 or something, who have
I was gonna say that.
chromosome arrangements.
I was gonna say because like there is like a genetic sort of reason for why like trans and non-binary people are sort of a thing because of the imbalance of the X and Y chromosomes in their body. Like they have an extra.
Yeah, that can be a totally legitimate reason. Yeah, like some people might have 2 Y chromosomes, or they might have XXY. You know, it can happen.
Like it, it's a thing that happens sometimes.
Yeah. But you know, not all trans people. Like some just don't have that, and that's fine too.
Yeah, just like it's sort of a broad explanation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's, you know, I don't want to say most, but like most sort of recorded like genetic like examinations of like a trans or non-binary person shows that is the case. You know, they have
yeah, quite often it is
like a weird hormone imbalance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the science portion of this podcast.
Yeah. But the good news about you know, basically all of gender being controlled by hormones is that you can just like change what hormones are in your body, and it'll change your outward appearance too, to a certain degree.
Yeah, because isn't it like say if a man takes enough estrogen, doesn't he like start to grow boobs or whatever?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, if somebody who is, you know, designated male at birth for whatever reason, starts taking estrogen, they can expect to start development of breasts around 6 months to a year in, and then, you know, growth will continue for the next like year or two. Yeah, and
that was the meme about the Impossible Whopper. Because of all the the supposed estrogens in it.
That was phytoestrogen, which is not the same as human estrogen.
Well, sort of a counter to that, because they use phytoestrogen in like as sort of estrogen supplement. Like, say if a woman is going through menopause.
I haven't heard of that, but I'm sure some people use it somewhere.
Like that's just what I've heard. Like, it is used for if a woman needs estrogen to sort of top up.
Yeah, because that happens. Like, postmenopausal women do need hormonal, you know, treatment. Rebalancing, yeah.
But I don't know.
What do I do here?
Not a scientist, so, you know, I don't really know.
Yeah. What the hell do I do here? Is it a helipod? Oh, it's a helipod, okay.
You're a helipod.
Dang. Big if true. helipods. That was all the thing. That's a whole gameplay mechanic that I forgot about.
Arena challenges is an effective way to win bolts and prizes. Returning gladiators are always welcome.
Where does this go? Arena? No, I don't want to go straight to the arena. I want to get stuff. I want to get those. Oops. I want to get those statues. Statues.
Oh, I think Scratch's Bear said the thing about the fighter rest gym was a thing from was a thing from American Dad.
Oh, lol.
I mean, it could have probably possibly been mentioned in. Actually, no, it might have been the Impossible Whopper thing. Actually, I don't know. Because I know the Impossible Whopper was sort of the meme, at least, about the they're called bitch tits, basically. Where like a muscular dude starts to grow breasts for any reason, like say taking steroids will cause that. Yeah, they sort of did that just to make fun of the left. Because haha, soy bad.
Lol. If soy is so bad, then just give it to me. I'll have it.
Yeah, exactly. It is funny that I still really find it funny that Infowars, they're the ones who started the whole soy boy meme. The shit they sell has a shit ton of soy in it.
How many Imperial statues do I have? Inventory.
Yes.
Tactile statues 5. Oh, I'm just missing one of them. But where could it be?
One?
Yes, just Juan.
One?
Oh, I think I see it. Very sneaky game, hiding it on the main pathway like that. Let's see, what weapon can I upgrade? That one. That's always a thing in these post Ratchet 2 Ratchet games where you don't want to use your favourite weapon because it's already max level, and you want to level up the other ones.
I was gonna say because it was out of because it would already be out of ammo.
I mean that too, but ammo's easy enough to come by.
I hate when games do that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is the gun you want? You can't use it until like 15 levels later when every single enemy drops that ammo type.
Let's see. Predator missile. No, I don't want that. Okay. Plasma beasts, tornado launcher. I can get both. Not a big deal. I can upgrade something though. Yeah, let's upgrade the fusion grenade. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Well,
You can steer tornadoes by tilting the controls.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel kind of good, I guess, about talking about the kind of topics that we get to talking to sometimes.
yeah,
It's like, people learn something.
exactly.
And,
Yeah. Maybe even you, dear viewer.
Exactly. And I mean, that's what I meant, especially. Just the random shit we talk about.
Yeah.
I'm fairly knowledgeable in a lot of things. Like, I'm not an expert, but
Yeah. It's
the American
always
school system hasn't failed me yet.
it's always good to broaden your knowledge and always try to learn about new things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm also basically a walking wiki for a lot of game lore. I was also basically a Star Wars encyclopedia for a large portion of my life.
Nice.
When I still gave a rat's ass about the majority of Star Wars.
Have you been keeping up with the Mandalorian?
Not yet. I know some of the, because I talk to friends who are big Star Wars nerds.
Yeah.
Who watch the show, and I know some of the twists in the new season.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff so far.
Yeah. We're not gonna spoil it,
No,
by the way,
no.
so no one has to be concerned.
Yeah, don't worry about that. We won't say stuff. We won't even say
It's
Baby
just-
Yoda's name.
Wait, does it actually have a name?
I don't know.
Oh.
At least in the episodes I've seen, he does not have a name yet. He's still just
Yeah, his
the
name
baby.
is Child.
Yeah, the child or the baby.
You know, I might sound like an asshole for saying this, but I don't know. I find it kind of, I guess, sort of a jab against the show when people only watch The Mandalorian for Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Like, it's a double-edged sword, because I like that they're watching the show and supporting, you know, Disney to make more of this. You know, so they realize, oh, we make good stuff, so people like us. You know, instead of whatever the fuck the new movies were.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just sort of disingenuous towards the show itself, when it's like the only reason you watch it is because of the mascot character, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I guess at that point the mascot character is doing his job, so
I guess it's sort of like an anime mascot.
yeah, can't blame him too hard. It's like they made the cute baby Yoda because they knew people would like the cute baby Yoda.
Also, I actually met someone who thought that that was actually Yoda.
A lot of people do. It's a common mistake.
Yeah, he died like, what, 15 years before the show takes place?
I think so.
Because he died at 900 years old, which I guess is the max lifespan of his species.
Or something, yeah.
You know, I'm glad they actually don't elaborate on what the fuck Yoda is.
I mean,
that's not important.
They might do, now that, you know, there's a baby one.
Yeah, I imagine they're all Force-sensitive creatures, but I hope they don't go into too much detail.
Yeah.
Because especially for Yoda, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All we need to know is he's a cool, Forcey boy.
He's a very wise old man.
Yeah.
Who... Also, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite incarnation of Yoda has to be from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, he's great.
Because in the Clone Wars, they mashed together his movie version, both his movie versions.
Mm.
You know, he's the sort of the wise old goblin that he was in Revenge of the Sith. Or no, Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Mm.
He's also the stern old Jedi Grand Master that he was in the prequels.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Now who says, it's like the Solo movie, why would you when you could just not? Yeah.
Exactly. Solo was not a good movie.
Solo was... Oh boy. Solo was really like a case for, this feels like fan fiction, why is it in my Star Wars?
Also, the fact that it was, like, stitched together two movies did not help.
Yeah. Oh boy, is this the charge boots? I think that's the charge boots. I don't know, it doesn't say. Okay, yes, charge boots.
But yeah, also for those who don't know, I am not really a fan of the sequels. I don't really feel like they were necessary.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame anyone who likes them. That's fine, especially people who got into Star Wars because of them.
Yeah, by all
Like,
means.
that's cool. But it's like, as a Star Wars fan, I do not find them really enjoyable. Especially the, I know it's kind of been done to death, but the Last Jedi, especially.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen all of Rise of Skywalker. I quit after the They Fly Now scene.
Oh no.
I felt like dying, honestly.
Oh dear, that's a shame. I really quite liked
Yeah, I heard.
Last Jedi.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people had their sort of hopes ruined by Rise of Skywalker on
Yeah.
both camps. The people who hated Last Jedi and the people who loved it. Like,
Yeah.
did not like Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, the problem
It's
with
sort of
Rise of
this
Skywalker
trilogy's.
is that it would be like a fine enough, popcorn flick or whatever, but it's supposed to be the end of the Skywalker saga, that's like a big thing, and it really didn't live up to it.
Even Revenge of the Sith knew that it had to be sort of a big, enjoyable movie, which is why it's the only good prequel.
Here you'll travel to new places, meet interesting people, and execute them in the name of me.
Yeah, the episode 7 actually was pretty decent. I think they should have stuck with that sort of direction. But then the director quit, and then they had to get another guy to do the second one.
I don't
he
think
had no
it's
fucking
even.
clue what the hell he was doing.
I don't think it's even so much that JJ quit. I think he just I think collectively they just decided, hey,
He
let's
just
let's give this other director a shot, and he did his own thing, and I
Ryan Johnson didn't really do that good.
I liked.
So
what
I
he
don't
did
hate
with
on
it,
him as.
but yeah,
That's fair. But I'm just gonna say I don't hate on him as like a lot of people online do. I don't like the writers for making the movie the way they did. But I don't attack the director or what's her face, the woman who played Rose.
Oh yeah, I know. She did nothing wrong.
Even though, yeah, it was just the shitty character she was given.
Exactly, and
I really-
shitty people online taking things way too far as usual.
Yeah. I didn't like the stupid Deus Ex Machina though at the end where she rammed into Finn.
It was a bit hokey.
I think that would have honestly been a good wrap up to Finn's character arc.
Yeah. Oh god, Finn
So he wouldn't just be the sort of secondary Han Solo character.
Finn had nothing in Rise of Skywalker. Like, you could really tell they had totally run out of ideas for him by the end.
They probably did have in a draft where he died destroying that thing, but they were like,
yeah,
nah,
probably.
that's too depressing.
Probably because
We need to sell more toys.
In Rise of Skywalker, he just exists and does nothing.
Hey, remember how he survived a lightsaber slash in the back?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. You'd think maybe the trauma from that would come back in some way. No. No.
Yeah, one thing with the stupid Salian suit thing, and he's fine.
Yeah.
And why should we trust you? You ejected us into space.
Apologies, my friend.
Yeah,
Allow us to make it to you.
Kelly Marie, trans, I don't really get when people have, I guess, 3 names, but I don't know, that's past the point. I do feel bad for that if she had to abandon Twitter.
Yeah.
Though
yeah.
I do sort of just subscribe to the thing where it was like, sort of get sympathy. Disney sort of told her to do it so they could use it against the fan. Like the toxic people who were attacking her.
I mean, I think if you're in a place like Twitter and it's not working for you, get the hell out. Like, do not feel any shame about leaving
I wouldn't be
Twitter.
surprised if, and again, I wouldn't be surprised if Disney was like, hey, we know this shitty thing's happening, but, could you just turn off your Twitter? So,
like, there is absolutely no shame in leaving Twitter. It's a very bad place for a lot of people. Yeah.
If you don't want to have bad mental health, don't use Twitter.
Yeah, like, it's
like watching the nightly news.
Yeah, I've been like cutting down on the number of people that I follow. Not that I even go on Twitter much, to be honest, but like, I've been making it so I only follow people who I trust to not be shit. Yeah, and
the friends.
Yeah, and even then, like, I mostly just use Twitter for posting art, like, and for that it's fine.
Is it boss fight?
Kinda. It's like a mini boss.
Oh. It's kind of like the random mini bosses you get in Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still upset that they got rid of the dismemberment in Jedi Fallen Order.
That's a shame. Ugh.
I mean, they still have dismemberment for monsters. Like, you can cut an alien's arm off. But no, you can't dismember a stormtrooper.
Yeah, it's probably a ratings thing.
I mean, Force Unleashed was a teen game.
Yeah, but like
You killed
realistic
hundreds of
graphics, man.
stormtroopers and their like limbs flew off.
Realistic graphics, it's different.
Well, even then, it would be satisfying if, like, you know, you slash a stormtrooper and once in a while his arm flies off or something.
Yeah, I just think they really wanted to avoid that M rating, you know.
I mean, that's fair. But I mean, Star Wars is PG-13 and it has dismemberment all the time. Like the original film, I think, was a PG movie.
There's like,
but it had Walrus Man's arm cut off.
Yeah, there's definitely weird
Actually, no, I think it was
inconsistencies between like film and
I think it was
film and game.
Also, I do find it funny that in the original cut, Walrus Man bled when he cut his arm off. That was before it was established that lightsabers cauterized wounds.
Right.
Because back then they were just like super sharp laser swords. They didn't have any super immense heat that could cut through anything.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Teleporter cannons always make my rockets tingle.
Let's see. Finn in one draft for episode 9 was supposed to be a leader for a huge army on Coruscant? Oh wow. See, that would have been interesting. Like, yeah, I could see him doing that. Because, like, I mean, his whole thing in, like, the first two movies was, you know, he doesn't want to be a hero, you know? He just wants to be, he just wants to be free. And, like, it's over the course of those that he, like, really accepts his role as one of the Resistance. So then, yeah, him going out and then leading some Resistance stuff. I don't know, yeah, that'd be a nice way to cap off his character and let him do stuff. Get over here. Finn had a lot of potential established in 7. I was very disappointed they didn't use his character for his character stuff of deserting, him being a deserting Empire soldier. Yes, okay. Yeah, like, I mean, I feel like Captain Phasma was supposed to be his, like, she was supposed to facilitate that story, right? Then she just ended up, like, being shoved in a trash compactor and then coming back just to blow up in a fire. And then I think she even survived that, but then she just wasn't mentioned in episode 9. Like, they just forgot she existed.
We have all the souls we need, Ratchet. We should get back to the smuggler.
There was a deleted scene for Last Jedi that revealed Phasma was a coward. Dang. See, like, that's cool. You know, that's a nice bit of dramatic irony. It's like the person who represents you know, Finn's cowardice is also a coward herself. Like, yeah, that's cool. I want to see that in the movie.
Can we do it again?
of the deleted scene of voice streaming. Neat. I'll give it a watch later. I do so like me some deleted scenes.
Sorry, I cannot help it.
What's good against these guys? Shards. Boing. Actually... Oh, okay. I was gonna go rockets, but then the game won for me, so it's okay. Let's see. Here we go. Remember the time when deleted scenes were actually good scenes that were just slowing down the pace of the movie? Yeah, good. Good times when even the deleted scenes were good and they were just cut for, you know, pacing and reasons. These days, the movie has bad pacing and the deleted scenes were just good. Speaking of deleted scenes, and, you know, their importance therein, what's the deal with that whole Snyder cut? Is that a thing? What's the deal with that? Are people actually excited for that, or is it just a meme? Because I remember when, you know, Justice League, the film, first came out, people were like, oh, make a director's cut, make a Snyder cut, and people
wasn't
were like,
the director's cut of Justice League pretty decent?
Well, that's the thing. I think it's been in production for the last like 2 years, and it's just coming out like now.
Well, I guess it's a decent time, so more people could see it.
Yeah. But it's like it's got so much hype.
I love to get a snack.
Yeah, no worries. It's weird because it's like it's got so much hype behind it, and I just don't know if it's actually gonna be worth it. Like,
well, I mean, the Snyder cut of BVZ or Batman vs Superman was pretty decent.
I guess the whole thing is like, how much of a bad movie can be salvaged by a director's cut, you know?
I think it's more the fact they want the whole complete version of it.
I guess.
Because if you know the story of how, you know, Justice League happened, you'd realize there's a reason why it's kind of shitty, because there's two tones going at the same time. It goes from this sort of, well, Zack Snyder style Superman movie to this Avenger, or to this Marvel style, basically comedy.
Right, yeah.
You know, because Joss Whedon. Though I do feel like people are upset, like Steppenwolf. He looks fucking horrendous. He looks like a PS2 character. And also the fact that Superman just comes in and Deus Ex Machina the entire thing.
I saw Batman v Superman on DVD fairly recently. I don't know if that was like the original cut, like the theatrical one, or the director's cut.
If it has the desert stuff, then that's the director's cut.
I think it had a
where
bit.
Jimmy Olsen gets shot in the desert.
I think it had a bit of desert stuff. Yeah. Let's see, Delta. I don't think.
Also, apparently, what they were gonna do originally, with the whole mustache thing, was Henry Cavill was going to shave for Justice League, and then they were going to digitally add in a mustache, which is actually a lot easier than digitally removing a mustache.
Yeah, see, that would make sense. I don't know why they didn't do that.
He was contractually obligated not to remove his mustache.
Oh, wow.
Because he needed it for, fucking, what's it called? Mission Impossible. Because he was the bad guy. Because he was the bad guy in, I think, Fallout.
What a silly boy.
Yeah, Scott Despair just said, this deleted scene actually gives Finn some character and makes the troopers feel less like people, more like people and less like clones. But this was cut over an old man drinking milk
from the beach
on a beach cow thing.
Yeah.
Blue milk. I made the joke to my uncle because I watched that movie with him. Oh, that's where blue milk comes from.
Yeah, I mean...
Because that's a Star Wars thing.
Kinda. That is kinda... I mean, he got milk from it.
The titty of a weird walrus thing.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know if that species is native to that planet. He might have brought one from Tatooine.
Yes, an aquatic mammal.
Yes.
For the desert world.
Hey, it could evolve quickly.
Exactly, you don't know.
It's Star
You're judging
Wars.
that milk. You're judging that cow.
Yeah, exactly.
The manatee thing.
Who are you to judge?
Apparently those weird-looking nun things that you see on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently that island, or at least that planet that Luke is on, is like some sort of Jesuit-style mission planet. Where these people just go to, like, just become one with, I guess, the Force.
Right, right.
I don't know. Also, the fucking bomber scene is so dumb from Last Jedi. You have to admit, why wouldn't they just use Y-wings?
I don't know.
It's like they have X-wings. Why not just use Y-wings or B-wings or just anything that has bombs on it?
Maybe they didn't have any in the storeroom.
Or maybe, because someone used this sort of to defend it, that Star Wars, the whole trench run thing was inspired by this World War II movie about, I think it was like Dam Buster or whatever, I think it was called.
Right, yeah.
About this bomber raid coming to destroy this, like, dam in Germany during World War II. It's like, yeah, I know the Y-Wings were inspired by B-17s, but they didn't move like a fucking snail. Like, the analogy I used was like, because in the scene it was like B-17 bombers being escorted by like fighter jets.
Right, yeah. I just realized something about this game, which is cool and I like it. When you're upgrading weapons, like, you know, when you're shooting enemies to upgrade them, it doesn't upgrade your weapon based on kills. It's based on how much damage you do to the enemy. So it's much more like balanced. Like, you can use weak weapons that won't outright kill an enemy and still upgrade them because it's still doing like a bit of damage. So that's neat.
Also, Scrap Despair, I'm just gonna say this about because you mentioned trenches being a World War I thing. Well, firstly, they were a well-ingrained thing in military warfare, long before World War I. They were even used in the Civil War, the American Civil War, I mean. But they also just, you know, it's just a good idea to hide in a hole when you're getting shot at, so you're less easy to shoot at. Even if lasers, you know, because lasers, they go in a straight line, so they don't dip like a bullet does. So if you just hide in a hole, you have less of a chance of getting shot than even if Because
Yeah.
you know, the thing about laser like rounds or whatever is they just go on an infinite line forever until they hit something. Like you know, some sort of thing with blaster bolts.
Yeah. It's always the joke
Yeah.
that in Dragon Ball Z, like every time one of the characters, fires off a Kamehameha and misses, it just goes off into space and like hits some
Straight.
planet somewhere else.
It just blows up like the Death Star. But yeah, I have to go, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. That's alright. See you around, Spidey.
So yeah. Just,
I cannot help.
Let's see. I do want some goo. Get some goo out of there. Hell yeah. Haha. Goo. Hang on. There we go, that's more like it. There can only be one. Yes, it's me. Hello. I'm the last immortal. Oh god, it's the quickening. It's happening. I'm quickening right now. Oh no. I still haven't seen the end of Highlander. I've seen like 99% of the movie. I just haven't seen what happens after the final fight. Still trying to figure out what to do with this green mark in my limited stock of parts. Oh, you silly Billy. You got too much green. Too much green. No one man should have all that green. It's dangerous. Connor is a human after the fight. Oh, what? Is that what it does? You become mortal? I mean, I guess that's what he wanted. He just wants to be able to live and laugh and love and die. Like a real boy. But he can't, he's too powerful. What a silly idea to make 12 plant life green and blue. That is a silly... I didn't know about the blue. I knew about the green. What's with the blue? That's very silly. You shouldn't do that. Let's see. Been to all the places. So go back to the guy. Mortal Z-Man says, I've only watched the first Highlander. I never bothered with the sequels, but I heard the TV show was decent. So yeah, that's actually something that I want to do sometime, is watch the Highlander 2 and 3. I think there might have been a fourth one. The TV show, there were actually 2 TV shows. So there's the one that you're thinking about, which is the normal one. But then also, there is an anime. There is a Highlander anime, which I hear is absolutely awful. So yeah, I want to see that sometime.
You all take care now.
Thank you. Yay, bolts.
What are you trying to pull, pal? Get out there and find some souls.
Souls.
Bolts in the bank, friend. Look here.
Bolts in the
There are
bank.
creatures out there.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't actually care about what he says. You can pause the video and read these when it's up on YouTube. There you go. Second movie is listed as one of the worst movies of all time. Oh, I gotta watch that then. Like, obviously, like, in the moment, it can be very annoying to get, like, a disappointing sequel. But after the fact, going back and looking at those is fascinating.
To the primary maintenance grid. Perhaps we can find a way inside from here.
Perhaps we can find a way inside. This looks like a giant one of those explodey cubes. You know those explodey cubes in the rest of the game? They explode if you look at them. This looks like a big one of those. I wonder if it's gonna blow up. Whee! Wayland Dark 2.
Generator must be powering a Sigma 3 gravity simulator with protomorphic
Quickening.
ionization synthesizers.
You are such a nerd.
Nerd. I'm glad they kept Ratchet to be his nerd-hating Chad self in this game. That's something that they really mess up in the reboot movie. Is they make Ratchet a nerd. He's not a nerd. Look at him. Is that the face of a nerd? Is that the face of a nerd? Because I can tell you, ain't no nerd looks like that. Ow. Yeehaw. Yeehaw indeed haw. I think we'll just finish up this planet and then we'll call that a stream there, I think. Spidey got the right idea getting out of here. I can't stand to play this game any longer. No, it's good. It's just getting late. Besides, I gotta get back to playing Age of Calamity. That game's not gonna play itself right now, I tell you what.
Ratchet, I believe that is the
Looks like a
maintenance
furry to
generator
me.
ahead.
Exactly. And furries aren't nerds. As we all know, furries are the most powerful.
Oh yeah! The Lombak's secret is ours. Let's grab it and get out of here before Tachyon sends his armies in.
Oh yeah, the Lombak's secret is ours. Get all the shit. Anything to buy? Nope. Anything to upgrade? Oh, I got a lot of raritanium right there. Got a lot of rarities, if you know what I'm saying. Let's upgrade the Shard Reaper. Yes. Ha ha ha. Oh, and that's most of the raritanium gone. More damage, please.
Whoa, check out that terrarium.
It seems whoever constructed this station wanted an oasis as well as a fortress.
Attention, intruder! This is Lieutenant Commander Zephyr of the Apogee Space Station. Lay down your weapons and prepare for a whooping.
Uh-oh. I don't want to get whooped. That would be bad. Yeah.
This is your final chance. Lay down your weapons so you may receive the aforementioned whooping.
How does a robot become an old man? That guy on the radio is a robot, by the way. Oh god. Do you just like start out as a young man robot or a young girl robot and you just become old over time? Is that how it works? Do robots age? Oh, I wasn't watching where I was going. Let's see, Z-Man says, so I thought about whenever I finish my comic, I release the first issue for free to see what people think before I continue on. Yeah, that's fair. That's a perfectly fair way of doing it. Understandable. Have a nice day. Hey.
Congratulations. You have upgraded to the fusion bomb. Each bomb now contains 4 mini bombs that home in on enemies.
So, something I don't like about basically every Ratchet game where you can upgrade your health, which is like all of them, at the start of the game, you have like, 10 hit points or whatever, and every hit from an enemy will do 1 damage, right? You get to like this point in the game, and I've already got the first armor upgrade, and each hit from an enemy is doing like 10 points of damage, and it's like, well, what's the point? What's the point in having more health if the enemies are gonna do proportionally more damage to you, you know? Like that. Okay, I'm full on ammo. Yeah, at least weapon upgrades like carry over from death to death. Just do a one-shot for now, yeah. I'll see you do a one-shot. That sounds neat. Well, what's your comic about, Z-Man? Superhero comic, eh?
Attention, young whippersnapper. This is Chief Admiral Crook. We are
Now take this and crank it all the way to 11. You have Warframe where you deal millions of damage, and enemies will still tank them. Yeah. I played a little bit of Warframe, tiny bit, like I don't know, 3 years ago, something like that. Just because my friends were playing it, and yeah. It seemed like the kind of game that would get very grindy very quickly. I'm not totally against grindy games, like, I mean, we were talking on stream earlier about Hyrule Warriors, you know? And I love the first Hyrule Warriors, it's a very grindy game. Like, to this day, I am nowhere near completing Adventure Mode. I've completed the first Adventure Mode map, and like half of the second one. Actually no, I've got most of the Wind Waker map. But yeah, like Master Mode and Master Mode Wind Waker, and the train one, and the Twilight Princess one, and the, oh god, all of them. There's so many. There's so many. I just came from over there. Where am I supposed to be going right now? Oh, over there, okay. Ever considered playing or played Pikmin? I have played Pikmin 3, actually. Really liked Pikmin 3. I should go back and play 1 and 2. I've seen gameplay of 1 and 2. I never played them myself, though. Oh, I died. But yeah, Pikmin 3 was really fun, and I do want to go back and play the others. So that could be a nice chill, fun stream to do sometime. thing's just leveling up all over the place. Come back and get some health. Yeah, there's some good old Nintendo, I say old, like GameCube era Nintendo games that I want to play sometime, like F-Zero GX. That's one that looks really, really fun because it's so fast, and I like fast things. That's why I like Sonic the Hedgehog. And actually, F-Zero GX was made by Sega, I'm pretty sure, so it checks out. It checks out, Chief. Oh boy, don't you go hitting me. Cool, Pikmin 2 is my favorite, so do recommend that one. Yeah, actually, yeah, cause like, the thing about Pikmin 3, like, it ostensibly has a time limit, you know, it has the fruit thing, where every in-game day you consume a bottle of fruit juice, and you collect fruit to fill up more bottles of juice to extend your time limit, essentially. And I know the first Pikmin game had like a more sort of hard time limit. I think it was 30 in-game days to collect all the stuff that you need to survive. But then Pikmin 2 didn't have a time limit. It was just like, you know, just keep going, just keep going. And I know a lot of people don't like Pikmin 2 because it changes up the formula a lot. It has like dungeons, which is an interesting way of doing it. Obviously I'll have to play it myself to really make a judgment on whether I think that's better or worse, but yeah. I'll play it sometime. Z-Man, first issue is an origin story, yeah, a good place to start with a superhero, an origin story. Scrap to spare, you know, maybe if I'd built a custom torso instead of being so thick-skulled about using a matted torso with ball joints, maybe my mock wouldn't look like it's built around a big green Duplo brick. Oh, you silly. Hey. V5, baby.
You have upgraded to the Lightning Ravager. Your weapon has been modified to disperse a small but powerful shockwave with
Epic.
each attack.
Alright, Chief. What can we do you for?
Let's see. Reaper, yeah. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna try and get these. I'm trying to get like the secondary effects for each weapon. Those are always good to get. Oh boy. What have we got? Shadow Reaper, yes. There we go. That's more like it. That's a dangerous looking butt plug. Oh, you mean the Lightning Ravager? Oh god, even the name sounds like a dangerous looking butt plug. The Lightning Ravager. They should, you know what? I think they could actually make like you know, Ratchet and Clank branded sex objects. I think they could do that. It's always a series that's, you know, built itself up on innuendos and double entendres. I think they could do that. You know what I was thinking the other day? That would be a great business opportunity if only somebody would do it. So you know, like Nendoroids, like those, you know, those anime figures. They're like Funko Pops but better, right? What they should do is custom Nendoroids. Like, you just like you're given like an online form and you fill out, oh, I want you know, this shape head, this shape body, this skin tone, this hair color, this hair piece, these glasses, this bag, these clothes, you know, just a pre-made list of parts. And then you just, you know, you just order it. They should do that. Because they'd make a killing off of people wanting to, you know, make their OCs and stuff. That'd be so cool. There are so many, like, you know, Twitter artists who I would totally buy an endo of, like, their characters, you know? But they're never gonna make one, officially. So if they did custom ones, man, I'd be down for that. Nendoroid or Figma. I'd say Nendo, just because those seem like, you know, more standardized. Like, it would be easier to make custom ones of those. But, you know, I mean, Figma's cool too. It's just a bit... Figma, I feel, are a bit more specialized in, like, their shapes and stuff. Whereas Nendo is like is a nice middle ground between Funko Pop and a real figure. Because, like, you know, anime characters, they're cool and all, but I don't feel a personal connection to any of them. But, like, you know, friends and artists who I'm a fan of, they've got characters that I care about, you know? Like, I'd buy an endo of Erica's characters, you know? Like, I don't know their names, but, like... but you know, I love them. So yeah. Or like Give and Take. Her character Punk. It's a pumpkin punk lass. Cool character design. I'd buy one of those. Let's see. Sonata Kerr says, I wonder why yesterday you told me about the blue sky, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down, I'm turning all around, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree. I think that's a song. I don't know what song it is. Oh, Clank, your geolaser is showing. I think I should put more C's in the Art Comics chat. Yeah. Do that, Z-Man. Do it. Matt Damon. Matt Damon is the best OC. I'd buy an Android of Matt Damon.
You can use your new geolaser
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Some more motion controls. Okay. You know, they were. Ooh, this is slightly awkward. Yeah, there we go. Okay. we did it. What a wonderful cover, lol. What's that song called? I'll look it up later and learn how to sing it properly.
Oh, right.
There's the scoundrel.
Oh, God. really not sure if this music skipping is making the game better or worse. It's just hilarious.
Thanks, guys. I can handle it. Here.
So yeah, that girl there is Talwyn Apogee, the daughter or granddaughter of Max Apogee, the guy who built this space station. She looks after it now. And it's hard to talk while this is happening. It's like watching a YTP being made live. Yes. Oh, it's like a YTP, but it's just the same joke over and over. So like, I was gonna make a joke about how someone's YTPs are like that, but I don't know who does that. It'd be like if I made a YTP. It'd just be this joke.
Our heroes explain the mysterious circumstances.
There we go. Yeah, see, it's Max and Talwyn. Our father went after them, but he never came back. Clank having a bell voice.
For the elusive Lomback secret.
Ass.
Roger. I'm sending you the coordinates to our dollar. Sorry if I seem rude back at the station. I haven't gotten out much since my father vanished. I'll see you soon.
Oh, hey, a bed. This is a bedroom. I did not realize this is a bedroom. Okay. So you got a bed in one corner, computer with no chairs over here. That's good. Teleporter, coffee table, and one big chair that I ruined by busting through the wall. Okay. This is a very strange bedroom.
Coordinates acquired for planet Ardolis.
Ratchet and Clank, the YouTube poop. Yup. It sure is. Anyway, I think we're about done here. I think we'll end the stream right about there. So, what do we say at the end of the stream, everybody? We say thank you, Chip, for being cool and making the best streams. No, that's not what you do. I say thank you for being here and making the best comment section, because that's what you do. So, thank you for making the best comment section, and thank Ratchet and Clank. Thank Clank. Better thank Clank for being metal. I don't know how to end these. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.